Today. Today you bring it. If you want, you can bring it today, not tomorrow. Yes. No. Today you bring it.
Similar prayer for motion.
Yes, today if you can bring, you bring it.
Only 555 petitioners are there.
Understand?
Register may take some time.
I
Tomorrow,
cannot help it, but tomorrow.
register may-
Mm,
elementary.
Today, yes, tomorrow, no. We'll get it verified. If there is some other bench, we'll try to place it there. But that's subject to what information comes. Mr. Brakhoy, I never say no. There's a reason.
One for withdrawal.
Will not be available, that's why. I'll not be available.
One for.
So if you can bring it today, get it. I have no difficulty. Same, same answer to everyone.
Tomorrow night, yeah, no? Tomorrow night,
Get it today. If you can bring it today, we'll take up. Yes. Mr. Mohanto, will you take the trouble of waiting for some time? Let the item be called. You can instruct your some colleague to remain. That is good enough for us. Because we have heard you, so somebody else.
May I please, Your Lordship? With the consent from others, I beg to mention item number 22, Your Lordship.
20, adjournment.
22. Yes,
Your
Lordship.
name?
My senior is not
No,
well.
your name.
Elmar, Your Lordship.
Your name is Andhar.
Elmar.
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 Yeah, like, let me there.
Oh, okay. Adjournment.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Elmar for the applicant.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Adjourn. Yes,
Petitioner.
petition. Let the item be called, Mr. Doctor, because I don't want to call for the file now. If you have difficulty, ask somebody to remain present. We'll take note of it. Yes. 39. 39, we can add 17 matter. What is your name? And Chaudhary, petitioner adjourned. Yes, next one.
May I please?
I can do. I
I
can move.
beg to mention for listing of a case plot, new case plot.
Same answer, either today or
Hello.
আজিৰ কেইটা সেই দুটাত সোনকালে দি দিব ক'ব
যদি register হৈ যায়।
হা যদি হৈ যায় যদি at 2 o'clock মানে let the item be called. Yes, next item.
Wait, hold on. I mentioned it.
You want to adjournment or what? Your name as Hazurika petitioner adjourned. Yes.
Item number 25.
35.
A little louder.
Lighter.
Little louder. Yeah.
Item 8.
Item number 8. What do you want? Adjournment. Your name? Your name to likhibo petitioner Sohang. Petitioner adjourned. Yes. Sir. 15 and 16. Do you want adjournment? Your name? M. Sharma, petitioner adjourned. Yes.
Another player okay. Yeah, I was mentioned cases for today.
No, we don't know anything. What do you want? Adjournment or listing?
Listing not.
Listing when?
On Friday.
Friday, will you be coming to the court?
No court.
Friday court.
After vacation, did you? Yes, next. Today,
Yeah, that should be
what matter is this for today? Why is, what is the urgency?
control certificate to the headmaster lordship. My pensionary benefit has been here the last 2 years.
What did you do for the last 2 years then? Why didn't you make a mention yesterday, day before yesterday, last week before that? Please.
Allowed, but unfortunately, later not listed. Here.
Which day the matter did not reach? Except for one day for the whole year, I think every day the list was completed.
Later was fixed for 2 days, lordship, but unfortunately not.
No, you are making a statement did not reach. Please tell us the date, because we are quite sure, except for I think last week on a given particular day, the list was completed on every day.
No,
So that is a wrong statement after vacation.
Yes, only minus that contempt.
Item 52 for orders.
that Secretary and director, they are personally.
Yes,
present.
we'll take
They
it
are
up.
unable to issue that process because that the petitioner has not yet submitted her pension papers. Lordship. She has
Not submitted. Where is the petitioner?
They are not here, but she has to submit the petition.
Yes,
Pension paper
no,
first.
definitely.
Yes, only then they can.
Yes, ask Mr. Borbora to come.
Yes, I have already informed Mr. Somwa to inform him.
Please wait for some time. Let the council come. According to you, they have not submitted pension papers. Because we are concerned because family pension, we feel that there is some urgency, but what to do if they don't? Okay, we'll take it up after some time. Yes, item 1.
Item 1 for motion.
এইটো বেলেগকে থৈ দিয়ক, এতিয়াই লৈ লওঁ। বৰবৰ আহিলে লৈ লওঁ, হা? তেওঁক অলপ সোনকালে আহিব ক'ব।
ফোন কৰিছো।
কাৰণ যদি নাহে, we'll take it up in his absence. Yes, ma'am. A little louder, please. We can't hear you. Mic to কাম কৰা নাই নেকি?
We want to withdraw this petition with liberty.
Withdraw your name.
M. Malik.
M.
On behalf of
Withdraw, we cannot make it on behalf of. Ask Mr. Alam RK or Mr. A. Rahman to remain present. We'll pass the order. Okay.
you to
Withdrawal cannot be based on somebody else. Tell them. We'll take up after some time. We'll call it again.
Item 2.
Please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I have instruction to withdraw this case, Lordship.
Your name?
KK Hendrik, Lordship.
Mr. K.K. Hendrik, Land Council of Petitioner states that there is an instruction of petitioner not to proceed this petition in the present form. In view of such statement, read petition closed, liberty granted to approach again if so advised.
Item 3.
3, yes, Mr. Chaudhary,
As per order dated 13/9/2021, Lordship, PTC Education Department was to get the instruction. Matter pertains to regularization of honorary teachers, Lordship. Page
We are
number-
issuing notice. It's all
not
2 years.
Notice not issued, Lordship.
We want to issue notice. Your name, A.D.
AD
Chaudhary.
should be-
A.D. Chaudhary, Land Council for the petitioners. M.S. Chutia for Elementary Education Department going to Assam. Who appears for BTC? No one is there. None appears for the authorities under the BTC. Notice 6 weeks, extra copies 3 days, steps on the BTC respondents by registered post within 3 days, as well as on respondent number 5 and 6.
Obliged, Lordship.
Item 4.
Yes, Mr. Tiwari.
My lord, petitioner is a widow. Just my lord, brief marriage. Petitioner is a widow. Her husband retired as government primary school teacher in 2006. In 2011, he died.
Who
That is
died?
5 years after retirement.
Ah.
So the lady is getting a family pension
Ah.
since
Because-
2011. Now, my lord, she has a only surviving son who's mentally retarded. So naturally,
Mr. Tiwari, is this a case for family pension for the retarded son?
yes. In terms of
Just a
Rule
minute.
143C,
I understand. Now, what is the stage of this writ petition?
state board was
2021.
given to understand that education, some instruction was given to education.
We don't want any
department.
instruction.
So
Yes, how do you respond? Education department. Under the pension rules, mentally ill child is entitled to a lifetime family pension. You process it, you get it verified. Who is the petitioner before the court? Mother.
Naturally.
Mother is alive still.
Mother is alive.
She's still,
After her death, she is worried.
oh, that's a future.
I beg your pardon?
That's a future.
A
Future-
But difficulty would be because.
Mr. Tiwari,
Lord,
Mr.
143 may kindly be seen.
we'll see it, Mr. Tiwari. 226 is maintainable for a violation of a legal right or fundamental right.
Yes.
Not a intending or apprehensive violation of a legal right.
Lord, let us put it this way.
You may put
In
it,
PPO, my lord, in
you
terms of.
may put it.
Within the framework of law, I'm going to make my submission. Now, my lord, the framework of law is this. PPO, in PPO itself, there can be inclusion of the name of the mentally retarded son. And my submission is going to be the, by virtue of
Sorry, it will not be, because as long as the mother is alive, pension is also payable to the mentally ill, but that is a pension along with the mother. The day the mother dies, the mentally ill has an individual legal right to receive lifetime family pension.
yes, but
So, at the best you can do is you make an application beforehand, mother before dying, that I'm putting it to notice. And if they don't do anything, moment the mother dies, any guardian of the
there is none. That's the whole
we
difficulty.
will pass the order on the same day, you can be assured. At least if it is before
For the
this.
moment, my lord may see the language of 143C,
Let us see.
sub-rule 3A. by-
What rule is that? Pension rules?
Assam Pension Rules 1969. In 2017, this amendment was brought in.
এখন পুরোনো, নতুন।
Lordship may take my book. This amendment came in
Next,
2017.
Amendment ওর কথা, এখন পুরোনো যে। No, no, it's an old one.
Before or after? This is the word used. Before or after?
140
3C, sub-rule 3A,
sub-rule 3.
small a.
Benefit before.
Before or after?
Understand?
Manifest itself.
Please read it carefully. Meaning is little different than what you are submitting.
The Lord, if
What you are
name can-
submitting, the meaning is a little different. This meaning says you will be entitled to family pension whether or not your mental illness manifests before or after. The cause of action is before or after.
Before or after.
Not that before or after the death of the government servant, everything will be in order.
Very well, my lord.
Possibly, because we are little apprehensive, because number of petitions we are not entertaining, that it's a apprehension of a future legal right being violated. 226 is not,
Speculative.
226 is not available for that. Day we open the floodgate, there will be a havoc.
Anticipatory
Like
mandamus.
in the principle of 438 of the CRPC, it is not available.
Anticipatory mandamus. My lord.
But
is
we
not right.
are ready to help you in any manner, provided we have that jurisdiction.
So, my lord, whatever has fallen from your lordship, the observation, that may be
We
recorded.
will deal with it, don't worry. We are quite sympathetic for this category of people. Not that we are very harsh or we
This
don't,
41, absolutely.
let's find out a solution. What can be done within the four corners of the, what is
It seems
available.
not some instruction was given to education department
It will not help.
and it was favorable, I was told. So that is why.
Just a
I
minute.
don't know. If nothing.
He is the he is the only child.
Present only surviving son, no daughter also, No
Is
sister, nothing.
Presently only child.
only child.
Yes, I think director of pension is here. Somebody from the pension department is also here. No, he is from the education department, director. Is anybody there from the pension department? Just see that one lady was there. You are also from education or pension? Education. Just look around if somebody for some other purpose is here for pension, for the pension department.
And actually petitioner will not be suffering from cancer.
And who, this same, the mentally ill plus cancer. Don't worry, you will get it. You will get it, but we have to find out a way out.
Understand,
Yeah.
my lord is,
But if I do that, it will be the law and tomorrow there will be havoc.
there would be floodgates. Everyone seeking anticipatory mandamus.
Lot of people, applications are we getting
Yes.
recently that this is likely to happen. Likely to happen, you come after it happens, not before. But I think there has to be a guardian. It appears so.
In the petition, my lord, nothing is
No.
reflected. I have to find
No,
out.
if you see. That 143C2 Roman 5, small Roman 5. The person receiving the family pension as guardian of such son and daughter shall produce every 3 years a certificate from a
Yeah, that.
medical officer,
There has to be somebody.
because the mentally ill person cannot be directly
Cannot.
paid.
I'm reminded of a case of that CRPF officer
Hmm.
whose wife had approached the honorable court. My lord had the
Let
occasion
it
to
be
deal
after
with
the
it.
vacation, we'll take it up.
Very good, that's better.
Let's find out
Yes.
what
I
best can
will,
be done.
I will.
Means we are quite sympathetic to your cause, but so that it is again seamless, that there is no break in between.
My mother
Here the
recalled-
mother is here.
mother has come before the court. She is suffering from cancer. So that is the worry, but let it come after vacation, my lord. I'll find out in the meantime.
Pension department who appears? No, who is he?
Let it be after vacation, my lord. I'll find out.
No, one aspect, Mr. Tiwari. This person is already assessed for family pension. This person,
Yes.
this ill person is already assessed for family pension. That's why his name is included in the PPO.
His name is not included in PPO. That was a mistake they made. Because when
Then you
father
filed with take care of this application.
representations
Issue
were
a,
written
no,
to
no,
the
issue a
government.
direction to incorporate his name in the
Lot
PPO.
representations were made, but government did not act upon
No,
it.
no, we'll issue the direction, don't worry.
That's,
So once his name is included, the mother goes, then it will, I think there may be a continuity.
this is what I'm seeking in fact. Because series of representations were made, but government is not including his name in the PPO.
That is another aspect
This is the aspect
that we can look
I'm
into
trying to
it.
highlight, only this much.
We'll look into it. Once it enters the PPO, it may be a continuous process.
This
Even
is the-
after the mother dies,
This is,
this entitlement will
You know,
remain.
this is what I
and
wanted to highlight.
Then find out who will be the guardian then.
yes. Or
Or,
name is included.
or the mother can process for pre-appointment of a guardian. Once the guardian is pre-appointed, this information can be provided with the pension department. So once the pension department is informed by the guardian that the mother has died, on its own, maybe it will get self-modified.
Disposal
to-
of this
to
nature
that
would also
extent.
do, but difficulty will always, the representations went unanswered. And they didn't take any step to include the name.
Okay,
Very well. I did the
list
application.
on so-and-so, heard in part, list on so-and-so for the hearing. On the next returnable date, we require the learned counsel appearing for the pension department to remain present in the court.
I hope after vacation sometime in November, my lord.
Yes, some fixed date.
8th November, very well.
Item 5.
May I please the Lord. Matter of participant compassionate appointment, my lord. Not placed before the DMC, my lord.
Compassionate.
My lord.
Mr. Hazarika,
My lord.
to a question whether other dependents have been appointed on a compassion ground, your answer is yes. There cannot be two compassionate appointments for the same family.
I have to take instruction on that, my lord. I am
No.
newly engaged.
Court has judicially recorded that from the application submitted by the petitioner, and don't tell me the court is wrong, did not verify. The question whether there is any other family member appointed dependent, answer is yes. It is noticed that in the application for compassionate appointment, to a question whether any other dependents has been appointed on compassion ground, the answer given was yes. Petitioner to disclose the correct facts before the court as to whether any other dependent of the father of the petitioner had been appointed on compassionate ground.
Item 6.
I am deeply. May I please, your lordship.
এই হেৰি ক'ত গ'ল বৰবৰা? আৰু কোন লগত কোন থাকে? They are waiting here. নহলে we'll take it up and we can't make somebody sit for the whole day. He's in some other court. Okay. Ask him to come moment he's free. Yes, what is this matter?
Your lordship, in this case, your lordship, the petitioners were initially appointed as Sangyuyi Shiksha Karmi under SSA Assam, your lordship. Thereafter, their service were posts were abolished.
Yes,
in the
Mr. Govey, I think we have passed some orders in this kind of petitions.
Yes, your lordship. That is the
But, my
page.
lord, they were terminated in sometime in 2012. So
Hmm.
now they wanted this to be, my lord, taken back again.
No, I think there's one order was passed.
That is at page 96, your lordship.
No, this is regarding consideration of.
What,
implementation.
3 weeks back, I remember some court had decided this issue
Not-
and I followed that order and passed.
Well, then I will have to ask my other colleague, somebody else.
It appears so.
Which was your-
No, I think it was Justice Jamir's order,
Fine.
if I am not wrong.
Yes, page 96.
Ha, that they will give representation in
Right.
pass order. I think that is the order.
Yes, and in that case, my lord, no. My lord, similar order can be passed other.
Where is Justice Amir's order?
Page
Page 95, your lordship.
Page, yes, this one.
Page 90.
96. your lordship.
Heard
H. Laskar,
I,
H. Laskar.
H. Laskal, and also heard Mr. B. Gogoi, learned counsel for the respondents in the SSA.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are for which department, madam? Deputy Commissioner Kamrup, Mr. Ganesh Pegu for the Elementary Education Department. The petitioners claim that they were earlier engaged as what? What is that?
Sanyogi Shiksha Karmi.
Sorry,
Sanyogi.
Sanyogi
Yeah. Shiksha.
Diksha Karmi.
Yeah.
And their services had been dispensed with in the year 2012 itself. But the petitioners rely upon an order dated 27/6/2022 of this court rendered in WBC 4247/2022, which is extracted as below. Petitioners claims that being similarly situated,
Right.
they are also entitled to the benefit of the same order. The purport of the order dated 27/6/2022 is that the writ petitioners therein may submit representation before the mission director SSA, and in the event of filing such a representation, the respondent authorities shall pass a reasoned order on such application and communicate the petitioner of any such order that may be passed. Same order is also passed in respect of the present petitioners, and the petitioners may also submit representation. And in the event of the representations being submitted, the director may pass any reasoned order as may be advised under the law. We are clarifying that we are by allowing the petitioner file representation, we are not expressing any view on the merit of the claim of the petitioners. And it is for the mission director to pass any reasoned order as may be applicable under the law.
They may be communicated. Whatever the decision may be communicated.
Sorry.
Whatever the.
And whatever order is passed may be communicated to the petitioner.
I don't know.
Next item.
7.
Yes, Mr. Bora, what is this matter?
Here lordship, an advertisement was issued for conducting TET for 6 areas,
Advertisement for
for conducting TET.
TET, TET.
For 6 areas, for the BPAD, Karbilong and Dima. The lordship will find the advertisement at page 21.
prayer is to provide a question booklet to make reevaluation of the OMR sheet. Where is the advertisement? Which year?
Page 21. lordship.
Date of the advertisement?
Lordship, date of the advertisement is not provided in the advertisement itself. Okay, but it was
Oh, when was the test held?
lordship on 30/4/2023, the examination.
34/2023.
The examination was conducted. Here lordship, what happened, in the advertisement, there were 6 medium of question papers. If your lordship see,
What to do? We issue notice in this case.
Yes, my lord.
lordship, this is actually this case should have come in the admission.
We should not issue notice.
Because lordship.
Okay, notice is already issued.
Issued lordship, already.
Ought to have been listed as admission.
Yes, lordship. I have filed my affidavit.
Have you filed your reply?
No,
They
we
filed
have
it.
filed our affidavit in opposition.
You have filed it?
I have filed my reply to.
And my lord, the respondent number 2 is also
Who is respondent number?
member
two?
secretary.
Member secretary of
State level.
state level
level.
state committee. They also filed.
No, my lord, we file a.
Want to file? Mr. B. Gogoi appearing for the member secretary, state level empowerment committee, TET government of Assam. Prays for 2 weeks time to file affidavit. Pray aloud, list after 2 weeks.
Lordship, in my affidavit in reply, I have.
We'll hear you. The day we hear, we'll hear you.
Item 9. Can take it. On 9 to 11.
You're an employee in the Guwahati University
No.
or
Full option.
Tejpur
Law college, private college.
Private,
Private.
Tejpur Law College. What happened?
Dismissed from service.
Dismissed from service.
Their claim is that I am not amenable to the riches,
Jurisdiction is not available because Tejpur Law College is a private institute.
But it's a non-government college, my lord.
Mhm.
And my lord, if I may be allowed to address your lordship, my lord.
Whom do you appear, Mr. Nair,
I 40 college.
for the college? No rate is maintainable.
I'll satisfy you.
Why?
Because one, my lord, the government has got no control. The director does not constitute a governing body. Her appointments were not made with the government's approval. And my lord, there is a recent judgment of the Supreme Court wherein, my lord, it said, wherein, my lord, schools imparting education have been said to have been doing a public work. But service conditions, rate is not maintained.
That Justice Gogoi's judgment has been
That's been, my lord.
modified to some
Modified,
extent.
sir. If my lord can have in 2023, 4 SSC 498, the issues my lord would find at page, my lord, it would be para 2,
Huh.
507,
This issue was framed.
lordship. Whether a writ petition under so and so is
A
maintainable as a
private unaided minority institution.
Yes, sir. Then my lord.
Is this a minority
No, the
institution?
next one. Whether service dispute is in the private realm involving a private education institution and its employees can be adjudicated in a writ petition under Article
Okay, answer is no.
75. 537. My lord, I'll have my lord's attention at 75.2. Even if it is assumed that an education point. My lord, 75.2. Even if it is assumed that an educational institution is imparting public duty, the act complained of must have a direct nexus with the discharge of public duty. It is undisputably a public law action which confers a right upon the aggrieved to invoke the extraordinary jurisdiction under so and so for a prerogative reform. Individual wrongs of breach of mutual contracts without having any public element and its integral part cannot be rectified through a writ of under so and so. Wherever court have intervened in their exercise of jurisdiction under so and so, either the service conditions were regulated by statutory provision or the employer had a status of state. Within
This is not regulated by anybody. For whom do you appear? Governing body and Mr. Nair?
I am for the governing body itself, because both were made parties. He was made party separately.
Huh?
He was made party separately by name.
Okay, you are representing the person who is before the court by name.
My lord would have 75.4. Even if it is perceived that imparting education by private.
Mr. UK Nair learned counsel appearing for the respondent Tejpur Law College submits that the Tejpur Law College is a private institution unaided by any government through any government funds. And therefore, a writ under Article 226 would not be maintainable against a state institute. To substantiate his submission, Mr. Nair relies upon the pronouncement of the Supreme Court rendered in St. Mary's Education Society and another versus Rajendra Prasad Bhargava and others reported in 2023 4 SCC 498, wherein in paragraph 2, the question had been framed as to whether service dispute in the private realm involving a private education institute and its employees can be adjudicated in a writ petition filed under Article 226 of the Constitution. And in paragraph 75(2) of the said judgment, it had been held that
75(2) and 75(3).
75(2) and 3, it had been held that individual wrongs or breach of mutual contract without having any public element as its integral part cannot be rectified through a writ petition under Article 226. Mr. Chama seeks for an adjournment to examine the said proposition.
I'll place my.
Then we'll hear you. Let us complete the list then. We want a complete hearing today.
That one line on this point, my lord, that my learned senior friend is saying that this is a private institute. It's not amenable to jurisdiction. It's contrary what he said. I would like to show the rules that is governing the non-government colleges. The rules framed by the government, which I have enacted the rules in the petition. The rules framed by the government, it says, my lord, it's there in the petition.
Which rules? In which book do we get?
Petitioner does. It's not there in the manual. I have,
Then what kind of rule is there?
it is in the petition itself. I have annexed.
Page number?
Well, page 273. Well, this is the rules, my lord. If lordship can see rule 1, sub-rule 3, my lord. It is applicable to the provincialized colleges and non-government colleges in Assam.
What is a non-government college?
These are the colleges of
No, where is the definition? Non-government college.
college means provincialized college and non-government college. Next page. ma'am.
College means, and no, where is non-government college?
Non-government college is not
Mhm.
defined.
My lord, we will have three, the full sentence. They should be applicable to Assam provincialized and non-government colleges in Assam affiliated by any so and so and in receipt of defined grants in aid or ad hoc grants in aid.
Which page you are reading?
My lord, 273, 1-3,
Two,
down below.
actually, the court judgment. No, what?
No, the page 273 itself.
273, 1,
3.
3. That should be applicable. Mr. E. Chamwa, per contra, relies upon the provision of Assam provincialized colleges and Assam non-government college management rules 2001 to substantiate his argument that the government has substantive control over the affairs of the Tezpur Law College, and therefore it would be within the realm of Article 226 of the Constitution of India. But Mr. U.K. Nair again points out to Section 1(3) of the said rules of 2001, which again provides that non-government colleges in Assam is that the provision is applicable to, provisions are applicable to non-government colleges in Assam affiliated by any central or state university of Assam and in receipt of defines grants in aid or ad hoc grants in aid from the state government. Adjourned to be heard on the aforesaid issue on the next returnable date. Yes, Secretary, please come forward.
Item 52.
Mr. Borbora, the secretary after verification says that application for pension and pension papers have not been submitted. You submitted, they will do it.
Only 2 orders, my lord, meanwhile.
No, orders may be
No, no,
there,
not a-
but
not a-
they, to process it, they need the pension papers.
No, my lord, apart from pension, there are other retirement benefits which they have already sanctioned. Even those who are not paid, my lord, kindly turn to the last 2 orders. Page 18 and 19. Widow,
18 and
widow, my lord, principal retired last year in page 18 of the contempt petition, my lord.
page 18, yes.
These were submitted, then next page, lord.
Yes, that is your
Yes,
communication.
my lord, next page.
Uh,
Under the authority of government, an amount of
1 lakh per day is only sanctioned to Dr. Deepa Bora, she retired on so and so.
even this is not paid, then next page.
Mr. This is, they have sanctioned here. Who is not paying?
My lord, this is
Mr.
hereby
Chisti,
sanctioned.
who is not paying this amount?
That has already been lawsuit submitted to the Treasury Nagaon lawsuit through Free Assam portal lawsuit. That is a. report from
Understand,
the Inspector of Schools
Mr.
in Nagaon.
Chisti, let us sort out the problem.
Yeah.
Who has not paid?
If it is
Which-
if it is already been
Before which authority the matter is presently pending so
I think
that
the
the amount
Treasury
is not
Nagaon.
paid?
paid, it is Treasury Nagaon lawsuit.
Treasury Nagaon. Who appears for Treasury Nagaon?
Saving bank, my saving bank.
Further lawsuit,
No, but the sanction to no, retirement, being the saving fund, that is okay, you will get it.
and lawsuit.
No,
has
no.
paid with this.
And even the next page.
Mr. Borbara, let's not make a mix up. Now, Mr. Chisti, this amount of already sanctioned, where is the file presently located? And why is it not paid?
Regarding those lawsuit, the DDO has already submitted to the Treasury Office lawsuit, and it is presently before the Treasury Office in Nagaon.
So Treasury officer has not paid
And
it.
Moreover, lawsuit may peruse this.
No, we'll peruse that later on.
Yes.
According to Treasury officer has not paid it.
Yes, lawsuit.
Who appears for the Treasury officer? Somebody from the finance department.
And that is because of lawsuit may peruse this order letter, letter dated 1610 lawsuit, third para. Further lawsuit, I would like to inform you that Srimati Deepa Borua has not submitted her service book and other pension related documents of the particulars to the undersigned field date. And for-
Second problem, we'll
Yes.
deal it separately.
Yes, sir.
First, let us go one by one. Who appears for the finance department? Can we have someone?
এই মাটি দেখুন, ভুট্টো মাটি দেখুন, মাটি দেখুন।
Let us issue a direction to the finance department to complete the bid, if it is pending before the treasury officer. And regarding the other one, Mr. Borbora,
Madam, next page is another sanction. Next page. Page 20. 97,000.
no, what is sanctioned, you will get it. You don't worry. Now, regarding your regular pension, there is a communication from the principal of the college, Kuzida Higher Secondary School, that Deepa Bora had not submitted her service book and other pension related documents.
My lord, service book is with the my lord existing principal.
We don't know. You take up with the principal, you cannot be contempt against them now.
No, if service book is with the principal and principal has to forward.
No, you take it up with the principal. It cannot be a contempt against these two officers.
And for suppose pension is
Principal
concerned,
cannot give the
secretary and
pension
director
man.
has no role to play. Lawsuit, it is DDO.
Mr. Borbora, we are in a contempt jurisdiction,
Right.
which requires willful and deliberate violation.
Right.
If the principal is not doing something, how can the secretary and the director have violated a court
My
order?
lord, I will submit to that, my lord.
We are not in a writ petition.
I
You have to confine yourself to a,
understand.
you file a writ petition,
No, no,
we'll issue a direction to the
No, no.
principal for tweet.
My lord, I will try to explain. Principal cannot, my lord, give the pen. Principal is to forward. And it is their duty to requisition those from the principal.
Sorry, no,
No.
no, we disagree with that.
Lordship.
We disagree with that submission.
So, my lord, lordship may.
It is for the, if the principal is withholding the documents, it is for the principal to file a representation to the principal.
Yes.
I mean petitioner to the principal. If he does not follow, come before us.
Maybe she has not followed.
Very first day, we are going to get an order direction to the principal. You can be rest assured about that. Sanctioned amount, they have done their part.
Yes.
It's been stuck in the treasury officer, we'll take up with the treasury
Or,
officer.
my lord, alternately, your lordship may immediately give a direction to immediately release salary and
No.
other and provision and pension till.
Nothing, no,
This is
we can't do that. We can't do that unless the papers come, we cannot. We
Moreover,
cannot
in the whole
impose
process,
it on
All
the
my
department.
lordship may give me a way out. I'll accept.
Best way, make a representation, or you file one writ petition
No, no,
ba-
I'll
based
make a-
upon,
I'll
based
make a
upon this one.
I'll make a representation.
Huh.
That please put these are.
You
this
can
is-
be assured on the first day of the motion, you are going to get a direction because this is, does not require any
I'll
adjudication.
submit a representation, my lord, and on that representation, they can.
We can do it.
My lordship may give that observation.
Observation not required. You
I'll-
file, you get it.
I'll submit-
Day you file, you get it.
No, My submission
And,
may be.
because this high level officers contempt is a very, very serious
And
jurisdiction.
these
It's not,
these two amounts, my lord.
these two amounts will get it.
They
And
have
in the
not
whole
really-
process, lawsuit, they have no role to play. Lawsuit, the
understand.
DDO and.
Where is the
Inspector of
finance
School and the
department?
Pension department. Lawsuit.
Please ask somebody to come. Or else we requisition the treasury officer to remain present before the court, if no one comes. Finance department has about 30-40 councils,
At
not
least
just one.
These amounts may give some relief to me,
And
my lord. Not
the-
a single funding I have got.
Number of courts presently functioning is about how many? 10 or 12. So how can everybody be on legs? Pursuant to our earlier order dated, let us free them because they have some other work to do. Pursuant to our earlier order dated 16/10/2023, the Director of Secondary Education as well as Secretary of School Education Department is present before the court in as much as the pension papers of the petitioner could not be processed. The secretary and the director, naam kita likhi debo, are present before the court. The secretary and the director has produced relevant materials before the court that the contempt petitioner has not submitted her service book and other pension related documents. Kipolo has produced it. No, Kipolo has produced it. Communication dated 16/10/2023 from the principal in charge of Kuzida Higher Secondary School made to the inspector of schools Nogao that the contempt petitioner Deepa Bora had not submitted her service book and other pension related documents particulars to the principal in charge. According to the secretary and the director, in order to process the pension papers of the petitioner, the aforesaid documents are necessary. Full stop. If the petitioner had, on the other hand, Mr. A.C. Borbora, learned senior counsel appearing for the contempt petitioner, states that the service book is already in the custody of the principal in charge, and therefore it is up to the said officer to do so. If it is so, the petitioner may submit appropriate representation before the principal in charge for doing the needful. In view of the materials produced, we see no willful and deliberate violation either by the secretary to the Secondary Education Department or by the Director of Secondary Education Department, and accordingly their personal appearance as well as the contempt notice issued against them stands discharged. Mr. Borbora also points out to an order dated 27/6/2023 of the Director of Secondary Education Assam,
And 7/7/23. Next.
as well as a further order dated so and so, by which an amount of rupees 1,34,027 had been sanctioned in favor of the contempt petitioner Deepa Borua, being the savings fund money, and a further order dated 7/7/2023 of the same officer, by which an amount of rupees 97,060 was sanctioned
DNS allowed.
towards 34% of dearness allowance. The secretary as well as the director, upon verification of the records, makes a statement before the court that the aforesaid sanction orders had already been transmitted to the treasury officer. Which place?
Nogam.
Nogao.
My lord, there is a.
And
copy.
the matter is presently pending before the treasury officer. In the circumstance, we requested the presence of Mr. P. Naik, Land Council of Finance Department, to take up with the treasury officer Nogao to disperse the aforesaid sanction amount to the petitioner forthwith.
My lord, I think there is some role by the inspector of OP2, my lord. Kindly see in the,
Yeah, we are not concerned. If it is, they say we accept their statement.
he was directed to draw. and
Contempt
disperse.
petition closed with the above observations.
Lordship.
A copy to Mr. P. Naik for transmission of the required order to the treasury officer Nogao. Let him pay this sanction amount. They say it's with him. And now they are facing contempt. The director and the secretary. Okay, thank you. Item 12. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, item 12.
My lord, in this case, my lord, the secretary to the government of Assam, my lord, higher education department, by those office memorandum, my lord, dated 24/1/2022. Annexure 7, my lord, page 141. Issued guideline, my lord, for selection of assistant professor in provincialized government colleges in Assam as per marking pattern following the academic record of the candidate. Annexure 7, my lord, as page 141.
Some selection of assistant professor,
My lord,
Department of Bengali,
yes,
Deen Dayal Upadhyay Adarsh Mahavidyalaya, Karimganj.
my lord. Thereafter, my
So
lord,
why,
my lord,
Mm.
by annexure 8, my lord,
so
Again,
this
as per the-
petitioner is a disabled person?
my lord, yes,
Is he a disabled person?
yes.
So what is your case?
My lord, my case is that as per the interview call letter, my lord, I appeared in the interview. My lord, I scored the highest mark. My lord, despite all this.
Which document will show you scored the highest mark?
Yes, my lord, the document, my
number?
lord, I have annexed, my lord, annexure 1, page 16, my lord,
Page 60.
page 16.
Annexure 1, page 16 is some certificate. Where is the comparative statement which shows you got the highest mark?
Statements is in their custody, my lord.
Then how do you know you secured the highest mark?
My lord, because I have seen, my lord, during marking pattern, my lord.
Somebody is doing and you have just peeped through. Your peeping through is not a source of knowledge for a court proceeding.
My lord, your lordship kindly consider, my lord. My lord,
Mr.
my
Counsel,
lord,
if I encourage this kind of a situation, tomorrow unscrupulously everybody will be peeping through what the others are doing and then come to the court.
my lord,
You can apply under the RTI, come to the court. Will
I have filed RTI, my lord. I have filed additional affidavit in this case, which has not come. to the record.
then you modify your prayer in the writ petition
My lord,
and make it a writ for under the RTI Act.
my lord, RTI, we have filed, my lord, additional affidavit we have filed, it has not come in the record. Let it come in the record. Your lordship makes.
Still will not entertain because this is a writ petition to stay some selection process. If your grievance is your RTI application is not taken note of,
My lord,
file a writ petition, we'll issue a direction to provide you the information.
my lord, that we have, my lord, by
You
way
have
of
to-
additional affidavit, my lord, we have filed, my lord. Your lordship.
Mr. Counsel, your many times reputation will not improve you. There is a concept called invoking a jurisdiction of a court. You have invoked a jurisdiction to interfere with the selection process.
My lord,
And you want a order invoking the jurisdiction under the RTI. Correct your petition. Only then we'll pass it.
my lord,
Please be reasonable.
my lord, my lord.
Unreasonable submissions will.
Another aspect which I would like to point out, my lord. During, my lord, interview, my lord, the respondent number 7 and 8, who are happens to be the, my lord, the members of the interview board, my lord. They, my lord, started humiliating the petitioner, my lord, by putting some irrelevant questions, my lord. My lord,
Sorry.
as to how. my lord, I have obtained
The court cannot go to that question. Tomorrow, no interview can be held by anybody. They are saying they humiliated me by asking this question.
My lord, thereafter.
Mr. Counsel, in other words,
That is why, my lord, I apprehend, my lord.
okay, very well, we are dismissing the petition then. Heard Mr. BK and we don't find any merit. Heard Mr. BK and if you don't
My lord, then I will be.
withdraw,
allowed to
withdraw first, file your RTI writ petition.
That RTI, my lord, we have, they did not.
Mr. BK Sen, you understand the word patience. What is the meaning of the word patience? We have heard you patiently for 10 minutes. We have been very polite with you. Why are you compelling the court to be a little harsh with you? Please don't do it. File your RTI petition, we'll issue the direction.
Holiday, I may be allowed to withdraw.
That is better. Mr. B.K. Sen, Land Council petitioner, seeks not to pursue this petition in the present form, inasmuch as the petition selection process for the post of assistant professor Bengali in his college in Deen Dayal Upadhyay Adarsha Mahavidyalaya in the Karimganj district is assailed in this petition on the ground that according to the petitioner, he had got the highest marks on merit, but the appointments are not being made in favor of the petitioner. When he put a query to the petitioner as to the material based upon which the said submission is made, shall you know, it is stated that the petitioner had peeped over the shoulders of the persons preparing the statement of marks, and which cannot be a source of material in a
That cannot be required.
but no such material could be produced.
That much is.
On the other hand, petitioner states that the petitioner had made an application under RTI for being provided with a copy of the comparative statement of marks.
Result of the interview.
In the circumstance, it would be more appropriate to file a writ petition seeking a direction under the RTI Act to provide the petitioner with the information. In the aforesaid circumstance, petitioner do not intend to proceed with this petition in the present form with liberty to file a fresh petition closed, liberty granted. File it immediately.
I'm obliged.
Item 13.
Otherwise, you'll not succeed, Mr. Sen. Yes, Mr. Hussain,
Hey, please, Lordship. DLC rejected, Lordship.
page number
Is 11 page 32, Lordship.
32.
Serial number 3, Inspector of School down below, Lord.
Real number 3.
32.
Yes, Lord.
Who is this petitioner? Navajyoti Devi Nath.
Yes, Lord.
Where is Navajyoti Devi Nath?
Second line, Lord. Last para, second line. Lordship, I have bona fide mistake, Lordship. One page is missing.
I think it appears so.
Yes, Lord.
Correct it. The petitioner may incorporate necessary correction by bringing on record a missing page between pages 32 and 33 of the petition.
Obliged, Lord.
14.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Not receive the instruction, Your Honor. Instruction.
instruction. What instruction?
Your
Lordship,
Where is your file, Mr. Counsel? Where is your file? Whom do you represent? Sorry,
University, Guwahati University.
sorry,
Guwahati University.
Guwahati University. Guwahati University doesn't provide brief to the council nowadays.
My senior, Your Honor.
Showing yourself in a very poor state. Please don't do it. What instruction now? You have only said the word, one word instruction. What instruction?
That's why, for the result of the petition is not declared.
Sorry,
The result of the petition is not declared.
we don't have the information today. Your name?
A. Ahmed.
A.
Ahmed.
Ahmed, Land Council appearing for the Guwahati University states that the information required by the order dated 18/9/2023 is not available. We have noticed that almost a month is over and we don't understand as to why a simple information could not be provided as required by the court. Based on so and so for the information.
item 17.
May please.
Is the-
Lordship, compassionate
This
appointment,
November.
FLC rejection by law. Page
Page
30.
number
Page
Where is
32.
DLC? First, show
Well,
us the
DLC,
DLC.
my lord, recommendation letter I have read, page 29, my lord.
29. So I have the honor to inform you that DLC meeting recommended a proposal.
My name in the middle, my lord, LP school, serial number 22, Himanshu Kolika.
But this is a communication, but where is the DLC resolution?
Well, DLC I have not.
And
available.
why then how can I verify whether SLC is right or wrong? Once I get the reasoning of the DLC, why they recommended, then I can examine the rejection by the SLC, whether they're right or they're wrong. There is no law that the SLC cannot reject a DLC. Now, where is
For the
SLC?
SLC, my lord, page 32, my lord. Serial number 5 is the petitioner, my lord.
32, serial number 5.
Himanshu Kolika.
I think this is a still reason for rejecting. We send it back
But
after 1 year.
when the petitioner applied is not clear, in the TLC minus it is not reflected. My lord, the date of
I don't know,
application.
you must be knowing. It is your order.
This is the lord, the
Earlier, my
proposal.
mother has applied, my lord. Therefore, my lord, I have applied. Therefore, my delay was occurred.
That is why.
My mother.
Khadim. Khadim will be applicable, I think.
Earlier, lordship, in his
But
mind,
what are the dates? When your mother applied on 2000,
My lord,
petitioner applied on 37/2013.
my lord.
Mother applied on 2009.
9.
Heard Mr. S. Hazarika, learned counsel, also heard MS D.D. Borman, learned additional senior advocate for the Chief Secretary and Deputy Commissioner. Which district? Kamrup.
Kamrup, my.
And Mr. Ganesh P. Gu for the authorities under the Elementary Education Department, Government of Assam. The father of the petitioner, Honindra Kolita, died in harness on 26/9/2009. Who was working as the head teacher at 46 number Bartari LP School, Soigaon, Kamrup, died in harness on so-and-so. And on his death, the mother of the petitioner submitted an application on 16/9/2009 for compassionate appointment. Although the said application was placed in the DLC of 29/5/2013, but no recommendation was made on the ground that the mother was not qualified. After the petitioner attained majority, he submitted another application dated 37/2013, which was placed before the DLC of Kamrup district in his meeting of 12/10/2015. And there is a recommendation in his favor in respect of LP school teacher. When the recommendation of the DLC was placed before the SLC in its meeting of 27/2017, it stood rejected on the ground that the petitioner applied after 1 year from the death of the deceased. It is no longer res integra that the requirement to submit an application within 1 year is a directory provision and not mandatory. Secondly, the facts noted above discerns that after the death of the father on 29/6/2009, the mother submitted an application which was not given but the mother could not be recommended. And thereafter, after attaining majority, the petitioner submitted application on 37/2013. In the factual circumstance, the claim of the petitioner for compassionate appointment would be governed by the proposition laid down by the Supreme Court in Khadim. As the proposition of law laid down by the Supreme Court was not considered by the SLC, the rejection by the minutes dated so-and-so is set aside, remanded back to the SLC to be placed before its next available meeting and considering the recommendation of the DLC made in favor of the petitioner by taking note of the law laid down in Khadim Supra.
In this case, lordship, Chief Secretary is not made a party. Only Deputy Commissioner is party. And lordship, if the.
I understand he's wrong, but
His mother's application is already lordship considered, lordship, but not not given appointment. but
Supreme Court
lordship
says if the mother does not get,
Yes. second application got.
by the son, it is maintainable.
Uh,
Or you go to Supreme Court and get Khadim modified. We are bound by Supreme Court.
My lord, the mother application is 16/8/2019. My lord has declared 16.
Tell the secretary.
Obligement.
Nazir
6.
Hussain, yes.
Item 18.
Compassion appointment,
Yes, sir. It was not placed.
not placed,
Yes.
not placed for the while. Give the particulars, date of death, application, and
19.
BK Das, yes, Mr. BK Das. Sorry,
Provincialization matter.
provincialization.
This is second round litigation, madam. Earlier the petitioner approached before this.
Respondent number 8 be stayed. Why do you want to stay respondent number 8?
Respondent number, my lord, here he is the junior most language teacher. On this, my lord, earlier I have approved.
This is LP, ME, high school, what kind of school?
Upper primary.
ME school.
ME school.
Now, petitioner is a teacher of which language,
My
which
lord.
subject,
Assam is my
language?
language.
What is the date of appointment?
My lord, her date of appointment is, my lord, 01/08/1995.
1995. Respondent number 8,
My lord, 03/10/1995.
you are few months
Few months
senior.
senior.
And what the subject the respondent number 8 teaches?
My lord, Hindi, my lord.
Hindi. Heard Mr. BK Das, and counsel for the petitioner, also heard MSN Phugan, and counsel for the Elementary Education Department, MSP Das for the SSA. The petitioner Meena Kumari Gogoi was appointed as a teacher in Assamese language in the name of the school, in the Rajabadi Rankham ME school in the Jorhat district on
On 01/08/1990.
01/08/1995, whereas the respondent number 8, Mamuni Gogoi, was appointed as a Hindi teacher in the same school on,
03/10/1995.
going by the dates of appointment, prima facie it appears that the petitioner would be senior to the respondent number 8, and both are understood to be language teachers in as much as the petitioner is a teacher in Assamese and the respondent number 8 is a teacher in Hindi. Section 3111 of the Act of 2017 provides for provincialization of one teacher each for language, social studies, and science and mathematics. And it being so, it has to be understood that the seniority in the order of appointment would be a relevant factor to determine as to who would be entitled for provincialization. Prima facie case made out that ignoring the seniority of the petitioner, respondent number 8 had been provincialized, and also consider balance lost the petitioner. Further provincialization in respect of respondent 8 shall remain state until further orders. Notice 6 weeks, 6 of which 3 days. Step on Baki respondent, register post 3 days.
Orders derogating item 2021.
Notice to agote di diba, ito episode.
Lordship, the matter will be taken up at some time. The conducting of the Mr. Edward Howard and like.
Sorry,
The conducting of the Mr. Edward Howard in a lecture another court.
as Porthakur is on after some time. You'll be appearing
I'm appearing for the private respondent at school.
for the school, that applicant, Montfort School.
Yes.
Are these Saint Mary's or order for us? Saint Mary's or the minor will be the high school, all about it. Oh, ask Mr. Porthakur.
Yes.
Is a writ maintainable?
I'll ask him.
You'll ask him. He'll tell.
It's a minority.
Understood. Take out after some time, what to do?
Order no steps, item 23.
But mind you, second time we won't adjourn. It has to come.
The matter become infructuous, my lord.
Infructuous, Mr. E.K. Dottal and counsel appearing for the petitioner states that the matter has become infructuous and does not require any further adjudication. In view of such statement, writ petition closed. You want any liberty? No, not
No.
required. Writ petition closed.
Order impleadment of party item 24.
Yes, 24, whom do you want to implead?
My lord, the applicant filed this petition to implead himself, my lord, as respondent, my lord. In the writ petition, my lord.
He may be indeed, Lordship,
No objection.
but my application may be recorded that as he has.
No, either you object, we hear you, or you agree when we pass the order.
no,
There
I-
cannot be anything in between.
Let us relate to the rest of the principal. He has not participated in the.
No, we don't know. He wants to get impleaded. Are you objecting? If yes, we want the reason. If you're not objecting, we implead. You take your call.
Objection may be recorded, Lordship.
Sorry?
Objection may be recorded, my lord.
No. Then we'll decide. There's nothing in between, Mr. Counsel.
Okay, Lordship may be.
Implead, okay. Heard Mr. Which item? Item number?
Item 24.
AM HR Chaudhary, learn counsel for the applicant, and Mr. NH Loskor,
Yes.
learn counsel for the respondent, for the writ petitioner. This interlocutory application is instituted by Himanshu Purakayastha for impleading himself as respondent number 7 in WPC 7815/2017. According to the applicant, you'd be a necessary party in the proceeding in as much as any order that may be passed cannot be given its effect without the presence of the respondent number, without the presence of the present applicant. Mr. N. Law Scholar and Anavina do not object to the impleadment. Accordingly, the prayer of the applicant Himanshu Purakayastha to be impleaded as respondent number 7 in WPC 7815/2017 is allowed. Registry to incorporate necessary correction in the cause title of WPC 7815/2017, as well as in the CIS system. I allowed as indicated in the main writ petition, issue notice upon respondent 7, and Mr. AM HR Chaudhary, learned counsel, accepts notice.
26 for admission.
This item 26, Mr. Chetri.
I'm sorry, matter.
On the prayer of Mr. Chetri, list again on Tuesday.
Record was called for by a lordship's order.
Record.
This post of assistant professor in the mallet, she was working since 2005 against non-sanctioned post mallet. Then she continued mallet, and she was under the expectation that her post will be regularized, and her application was also recommended by the principal for regulation.
No,
Now-
without sanction post, how can it be regular? In the meantime, post is sanctioned.
In between 2013 mallet, the who was in the sanction post mallet, she has expired mallet. In 2013.
Okay, the person holding the sanction post
She
died.
has expired, and since 2007, she was under the diabetic patient mallet, and she expired in 2013. And against that post mallet, I prayed for the regulation.
What is the
Now mallet, now
what is the Assamese translation of the word expired?
you
If you have to say in Assamese, what is the meaning of the word expiry? Expiry.
died view.
Hmm.
View,
Huh?
view,
What view?
Parulok Prapti,
Huh?
Parulok Prapti or view.
No. Parolok Prapti is something. Parolok Prapti, one who attains that Parolok. Expiry.
Expiry view.
Expiry is Miyad Hegol. So when you say a person, that means Manujana Miyad Hegol. At least use a more better word. You can say he died or passed away or. Okay, anyway, 13 she died, and then after
Then,
that,
my lord, in 2019, there had been an advertisement, my lord,
for that same post.
for the same post,
Hmm.
sanction post, my lord.
So you are making a claim that consider my case
Uh,
also.
So at that time, my lord, I prayed before lordships, filing a repetition saying that since I was working in 2005, so my case may be considered as regulation. And in the meantime, my
What
lord,
order was passed by the court?
my lord, initially I have been told by this honorable court to appear.
No,
in
court doesn't say anything. Court must have passed some order.
Some, oh, yes, I'm sorry. On the
You
initial.
know, what
day-
order was passed
Yes,
by the court?
initial day, I've been asked to appear in the selection.
This selection
This
process.
selection
Okay.
process. And subsequently, when I have come with the miscase, my lord, IA, my lord, then I've been there, the honorable court was pleased to direct to consider her 15 years of continuous service she has
In
rendered
the selection.
in the selection.
Ah.
That has not been considered. And in the meantime, in the repetition also, there is a,
In this writ petition.
yes,
Ah.
in the repetition, there is an order, my lord, the post may not be filled up, my lord.
Okay, very well.
Subject to the outcome. of the
Very well.
repetition
And
that is
now,
there, my lord. And since then, my lord, the select list was prepared, my lord, one top of
and
the.
Mr. Gogoi, for whom do you appear? College of?
And
A court had asked to give due weightage or
Record is before your lordship.
did you give the weightage?
Some weightage is given, but
Not some, due.
but serial number 13 is the petitioner.
Mr. Gogoi.
28 is the.
Suppose you are entitled to 10,000 rupees. If 2,000 is given, will you be
My
happy?
lord, my lord. I flag mark, my lord. Well, now the situation is there, my lord.
Hmm.
The selected candidate is appointed in Nogam College. And other candidates also have not come, my lord.
no other candidates are.
No,
before
who is
law.
this petitioner? Gitali
Gitali
Bordoloi. Where is Gitali Bordoloi?
Now only in the selection. she
No,
is-
no, where is Gitali
I
Bordoloi?
have flag mark, my lord. Lordship.
Serial number 28.
Shell number 28, my lord.
28.
Flag mark
Serial,
is, my lord.
serial number 13 is selected, na? Puja Borua.
She has already joined
Join.
in some other.
Total 68. Gitali Bordoloi. This is selection for many number of colleges.
My lord.
Mane,
No, no,
only one college.
Only one.
Only one college, 3 posts to attend.
And where is the court order? Let us see.
Lordship will find in my additional affidavit, my lord,
Page number.
page number 55 in current page, my lord. The court's order, Lordship will find at page starts from 60, Lordship. Page 60.
No, we just want to see the language of the court order. What is required to have been given? Only held into income. What did you state in your representation? 9/10/2019. Court says taking into consideration 15 years of service as assistant teacher and also submitted a representation dated 9/10/2019.
Yes.
These two documents are to be
Yes, it is.
taken note of by the selection board. Where is that representation? What did you
Lord-
claim there?
Lordship will find the representation, my lord. At page. Page 32, Lord.
Yes, college, higher education department, who appears?
And Lordship also have a look at page
Just a
27.
minute.
Page 27.
Also little later, let us take a look one by one. Yes, higher education, you appear. Mr. Das, please make the habit of going through the matter before you start the argument before the court. How can we allow you to prepare your case when the hearing has started? Just frankly tell me, is it possible for the court to allow the learned counsel to prepare the argument when after the hearing has started? Mr. Gogoi, then say that Mr. Gogoi is coming. Otherwise, we have to attend to a number of people. It's not that only one matter we have before the court. Okay, Mr. Chetri, we'll wait for Mr. Gogoi to come. Here, Gogoi. We have found something for you. Let us ask him the question.
Item 27.
May I please your lordship?
Yes, ma'am.
Lordship, मतलब मुझे possible का timing.
Time being.
28.
Yes, Khoniker. It is noticed that on 23/5/2022, none appeared for a petitioner when the matter was called. Today again, when the matter is called, none appears. List again in the event of subsequent non-appearance, appropriate order shall follow.
29.
29, yes, Mr. Ahmed.
My lord. In this case, Lord, Mr. V. Gogoi is appearing in this matter is coming.
There is. Yes. File affidavit. You file, Mr. Gogoi. Mr. B. Gogoi, Land Counsel for the SSA, prays for further 2 weeks' time to file affidavit. Pray aloud list after 2 weeks.
Item 30.
Yes, Mr. Islam. HR Ahmed, sorry.
This is for regulation of service, my lord. In terms of the. my lord,
Anybody wants to, do you want to file affidavit? Elementary
it is
education.
required to file.
Where is BTC? Who appears?
May it pleases your lordship. In this matter, your lordship, Bikram Chaudhary is appearing, your lordship. He was not able to attend the
No.
court today. So I,
the affidavit is not filed. You intend to file or you don't intend to file?
I would like to file your
Like to file.
lordship. So
And
kindly,
you have for BTC. Speed asked for the BTC praise for how much time you want?
3 weeks time may be.
3 weeks time to file affidavit. Prayer law list of the 3 weeks.
31.
Deeply obliged.
31, Mr. Paying, what is this matter? Issue
Now, if
notice.
it is ready,
Mr. S.K. Goswami, Land Council appearing for
5 and 6.
Response 5 and 6 states that the affidavit would be filed shortly. Prayer allowed, 2 weeks time granted to file affidavit. Response.
Obliged.
Item 32.
2 weeks.
32. Yes, Mr.
My lord, that Anupurali College principal are investigating.
What was it with this?
Yes, my lord, yes, it's wanted.
Okay. But somebody is putting up our court proceedings in the social media. We have reports.
My lord.
It's an offense under the Guwahati High Court rules. Somebody
Yes,
is
yes,
putting up the clippings of this live, this thing
Somebody, yes.
in the social media. Who had done it?
My lord, I don't know because.
Find out, Mr. Gogoi, who had done it. Because it's a offense under the
yes,
High
yes.
Court rules. You
Yes,
cannot
yes.
do it without permission. The deliberation that went with the principal was put up in the social media. Who had done it? Find out.
It has even come up in one of the news channel.
Ah, Who had done it? Find out. Tell us. Give us a report. We'll take up with the registry to take action against that person. You are not supposed to do it without permission.
Even violation of our high court rules, even.
Understand?
High court rules.
You cannot do it.
Even in that news.
See, you should not abuse.
Yes, my lord.
This is given for the benefit of the litigants that they can watch the proceedings.
Yes.
But you are not supposed to misuse it.
Live streaming, there is a lot of rules.
I know the rules are there. Let the rule comes on.
That was violated.
Find out who had done it.
Type of sadistic pleasure somebody gets, defaming the principal and others.
I don't know. Find out who had done it. Court proceedings are court proceedings.
Yes, my lord.
And deliberations in the court proceeding are totally different. It's between the court and the lawyer so that a proper view can be formed in the matter. These are neither any to be given any other interpretation.
You know, in the rules itself, there is a
It is there.
procedure for the criminal proceeding also.
That's it. Yes. Who had done it? Has he answered you find out? I think you'll be knowing. You know who had done it. I know. We don't have to give us the link. We don't want to see all the thing.
I think that is to who has done it to bring out by us will be a book, it will be difficult.
Sorry.
Like who amongst who has done it, I think, by the who I think who is I think will do it. Normally we at books, I think we won't be able to do it.
Somebody must be doing.
Somebody must have done it.
Find out.
Because this is also depending on the principal also, because everybody knows he's got some treatment.
So
from the-
that's why we take the help of the principal.
Yes.
Tell us who will initiate a proceeding. It violates Rule 2 of the High Court rules. No person, entity, including print, electronic media, and social media, other than an authorized person, entity shall record, share, or disseminate live stream proceedings or avail data. It's a property of the High Court.
When my lord, that day, the inquiry authority went to the college to inquire about the matter. Since they have gone to the college, my lord, 1 cup of tea was offered to them. Anybody comes, my lord, only have a cup of tea. There's no problem about it, my lord. In one of the newspaper, it came out. Just see the extent of.
We've been informed that clippings of the live proceedings had been put up on the social media, which apparently is a violation of Rule 2 of the Rule to Nam to the The respondents collectively to make an inquiry and submit a report to the court as to which person is responsible for putting up the live proceedings in the social media. No, first you make your inquiry, tell us. If you don't know, there is a next step. This side also.
It will be fixed, Mana.
Please constrain. So, in the meantime, we have taken note of the order dated 12/10/2023 of the principal Haji Anfar Ali College, that the expulsion order against the writ petitioners had been withdrawn. The college, we leave it to the college authorities to take their matter further as may be required under the law. And then to proceed with the matter as may be advised.
Only difficulty, my lord, we have already lost 1.5.
So that's why I said to take up the matter as may be advised. You go to the principal, say how he advises.
They can attend the exam. There's no problem.
And they already said that special remedial classes will be arranged. Don't worry. They're taking care of you.
Our inquiry report, my lord, I give supply. Lossiment kept as a part of the record.
The inquiry report submitted to the director is also taken on record.
Not-
To be considered on the next return visit.
Obliged.
Don't do anything, but
No, my lord.
certain
it's okay.
things should not be done.
Yes.
Obliged.
One of these should know that,
Matter relates to insert headmaster of a high school, my lord, page 29 is the impugn order.
I remember 33.
Yes. The impugn order was passed on
So
18.
today, what do we do?
The matter may be disposed of, my lord. Now they have filed an affidavit, government has filed an affidavit stating that my BA degree cannot be accepted on the ground that I did not obtain prior permission. Yes, that you will not support.
And for the
Private respondent.
My lord, private respondent is denied to me.
No, no, we are not deciding anything. But what is your submission? We have already decided this issue. And that a degree which is offered by an university, otherwise valid, cannot be invalidated by the education department because permission had not been taken. And they refer to Rule 13 or something of that conduct rules 1965. That, according to us, is a misconduct. And you can proceed against this man under the Disciplinary Appeal Rule 64 for committing a misconduct. But you cannot say your degree is invalid. That's the law we decided. We'll apply that, let them do. If you feel it's a grave misconduct, proceed, suspend, dismiss. But you can't say that a degree I'll not accept.
But as on the date of the seniority list was published, as on that day, he was not having that degree. That is the stand of the,
Oh, that is a totally different issue.
that is the stand taken by the.
That is a totally different issue.
Page 69.
If on the date of consideration, the person did not have a degree, that is another issue.
My lord, page 69. They
Page
have taken a
69.
different stand by the director.
Page number 69,
69, paragraph 7.
page number 69, paragraph 7, yes.
That the deponent begs to state that as per report of the inspector of school, Sri Onul Time, myself.
Anil Tamoli is the writ petitioner, your client.
the
Did not take prior permission.
And therefore, my degree cannot be accepted.
And this we already rejected.
Para 6 months.
Para 6.
Covered by a
Huh, 7 will be, we already decided. And but the 6, Anil Tamoli did not complete his BA.
My lord, general BA and.
Oh,
Hindi
no,
BA.
see. On the day the other person was made the in charge, you did not have a BA degree.
On that day.
Uh.
That channel, when the result was not declared on that day.
You did not have, you
Yes.
did not have, it did not have.
Thereafter, I have passed the BA after some days.
But how will it make the order illegal?
My lord, regarding
See,
second
Mr.
portion,
Sharma, be a little more reasonable. Your enthusiasm will not help you. If on the day an administrative order was passed, a person did not have a qualification, subsequently he acquires a qualification, maybe after one day also.
Yes.
Will it make the administrative order bad in law?
my lord, private
No.
respondent also does not have qualification, my lord.
That is another factor.
Yes. BA degree, she does not have BA degree.
You don't have BEd. Then
She-
you are not qualified for
5
headmaster
years.
then.
5 years junior to me.
My lord, this is the thing, my lord, because I was the senior most teacher in this college. That is why I was conferred with only for this.
No, if you don't have BEd, then you are not entitled. Jagannath Pegu.
Yes.
The law has
But
been
there is
settled.
no other that the three senior teachers were senior to me.
In one school I came, the man who had all the qualification, BEd, etc., but appointed 2 or 3 years earlier was made the headmaster. What to do? He was the only man who had the qualification. One peculiar case I came across some time back.
My lord, I have BA, Hindi BA.
We do one thing.
Your lordship have
No,
recognized Hindi BA.
this law, we reiterate the law, that degree is valid. The rest, we ask the director to pass a reasoned order who should be the. Neither in your favor nor in your favor, let the director reconsider and find out who between the two, who will be the most suitable person under.
Yes.
And also acceptable under the law to be the headmaster. Let him pass a order within 1 month. Till then, let the person appointed continue for this 1 month.
That's a look, my lord. Your lordship has passed on judgment stating that Hindi Vistarot is also equivalent to BA degree. Number one. Secondly, I have also possessed Hindi Shikhan and Parangam, which is also equivalent to BA as per the rule. So as on today, I am duly qualified.
Then, Mr. That's the another issue to be decided. Being equivalent and having the qualification, is it one and the same?
Director will look into it. My submission will be.
Equivalent is something different, and being qualified is another. And then again, it will depend whether the required qualification is BA or the required qualification is graduation. These are two different terms.
Graduation.
BA means specific BA.
Graduation.
Graduation is, let the director take call.
Yes.
And do one thing, both of you file your representations,
Yes.
making your respective claims, let the director pass a order.
Till then, I have to look into it. Admittedly, the private respondent does not have requisite qualification.
And Mr. Sharma,
Yes.
why are you so after somebody?
Junior to me, 5 years junior.
Take leave for 1 month. For 1 month, he'll be the
Does not
headmaster.
have BA
But
qualification.
he says he's senior.
No, not.
My lord, in fact,
It is your statement, but Mr. Dhor says that he's senior. And we don't want to waste judicial times in all this.
same on 2013.
So we don't want to waste time here. Let the director take a
Yeah.
call. He's the best person to find out the facts from the records. Yeah. Heard Mr. N. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. B. Kaushik, learned counsel for the respondents in the secondary education department, and Mr. E. Thor, learned counsel for the respondent number 4. The petitioner and petitioner Tamuli, Anil Tamuli, and the respondent number 4, Jyoti Buragohai, are both teachers in the Dhemaji Adarha High School in the Dhemaji district. Petitioner is agreed by the order dated. Which order?
Page 29.
29 is agreed by the order dated. Eighteen 1/2023 of the Director of Secondary Education, Assam.
Third paragraph.
Hmm.
Third paragraph. Therefore, we wait for review of the.
Just a minute. Illegal. By which the respondent number 4, Jyoti Buragohai, had been allowed to be the in-charge headmistress of the school. The order of 18/1/2023 in paragraph 3 provides that Onil Tamoli had not completed his graduation as on 18/1/2023 when the order impugned was passed. Mr. N. Sharma, land counsel for the petitioner, states that in the meantime, that subsequently the petitioner had
On 8/2/2020.
had they obtained the graduate degree on 8/2/2023. Fundamentally, the said submission cannot be of any aid of the petitioner inasmuch as the legality of an administrative order would have to be viewed from the facts and circumstances prevailing on the day when the order was passed and cannot be invalidated because of any subsequent event that may have taken place. If the subsequent event has any relevance, it would be for the person acquiring the subsequent qualification to make a representation for consideration of the authorities. But in the absence of any such claim being made, acquiring a subsequent qualification cannot invalidate an administrative order where admittedly on the date when the administrative order was passed, the person concerned did not have the required qualification. But it is, both the petitioner and the respondent number 4 makes their respective claims that as per the service records, they are senior, mostly in the college. That is, petitioner claims that he is senior to the respondent 4 and the respondent number 4 claims that on the other hand, she is senior to the petitioner.
No, my lord, it's not claim.
You are not
She
making
is
the
not-
claim.
In the
She's
impugn
at
order
serial
itself-
number 4.
In the impugn
You
order
admit
itself,
that?
Yes.
It cut it, then what is, but on the other hand,
Director has.
the petitioner submits that the respondent number 4 does not have the B.Ed degree, which is a prerequisite qualification for being a regular headmaster, which according to the proposition laid down by this court in Jagannath Pegu versus State of Assam and others reported in so and so, the required qualification of a regular headmaster is also applicable in respect of an in-charge headmaster. But on the other hand, Mr. Horrell and counsel petition respondent 4 submits that even the writ petitioner does not have a B.Ed degree. Full stop. From the point of view of paragraph 3 of the order dated 18/1/2023, we do not notice any infirmity in the order dated 18/1/2023. But in view of the further submissions by the petitioner that the respondent of 4 does not have a B.Ed degree, and further the submission of the respondent 4 that even the petitioner does not have a B.Ed degree, the Director of Secondary Education, Assam, may give a hearing to both the petitioner and the respondent of 4, who may file their respective representations and pass a written order thereon.
Look, petitioner was not having a graduation degree. Not B.Ed degree. He has B.Ed degree.
I say he has B.Ed.
He was not graduate.
on the date.
নাই নাই তেতিয়াহ'লে এইবোৰ একো নালাগে হা হেৰি BEd ডিগ্ৰী নাই বুলি তাতে চেছ কৰি থৈ দিয়ক as we are not interfering with the order dated 18/1/2023 comma and if the petitioner is of the view that upon subsequent acquisition of the qualification of graduation the petitioner has a better claim to be the in-charge headmaster, appropriate representation will be made before the director of secondary education, who shall pass a written order thereon. In doing so, the respondent of 4 be also given a hearing by the director. The reason order may be passed within a period of 30 days from the date of any representation being submitted by the petitioner.
Malad, that stand taken by the director, that may be interfered. Even the director, we verify our claim, they will take that stand, my lord, paragraph 7, that may be interfered by the director. Even our degree is acceptable, then we have not obtained, I have not. Paragraph 7.
A further issue had arisen as to whether the graduation degree of the petitioner would be a valid degree in as much as there is an allegation that the petitioner did not obtain necessary permission from the authorities while undergoing the graduation course. This question is no longer res integra and had been decided by this court in the judgment dated so and so in so and so that if a in-service teacher had obtained a qualification without obtaining permission, the same by itself will not invalidate the qualification or the degree, but may be a case of a misconduct in view of violation of clause 13 of the Assam Services Conduct Rules 1965. And the remedy thereof would before the authorities would be to proceed against such person who may have conducted the misconduct. But that by itself will not entitle the authorities to not to accept a valid degree which is otherwise valid in law. Petition closed with the above observations. More submission. How much
He has
more?
stated I do not have the BEd degree, but as per written rule, amended rule, in the Chikram Korangam.
No, he said you have the BEd degree.
I have the BEd degree, my lord.
Don't know. I'm not recording. You go to the director.
Till then.
So he'll,
Till then respondent.
no, we have not interfered. If he wants, he'll make a representation.
That may be disposed of in the time.
Before.
Highly obliged.
Yes, well, what is this matter? Have you filed your affidavit? Last time, Madam Chaudhary did not like your.
Because I'm sorry,
You-
but I
you
became
have-
impatient because the,
No, today, what, can we hear the matter?
yes, my lord.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. We have filed our.
No, you have filed. Are you ready to do the hearing?
Look,
But halfway through, no adjournment. Once you start the hearing, no adjournment.
It's short matter, my lord.
Whether you are ready or not, take the call before we start the hearing.
Look, petitioner was appointed by the managing committee, madam. The school has been provincialized now.
Okay, we'll hear. Petitioner will hear. Yes, madam, we start.
My lord, may I submit, my lord?
Yes, please.
My lord, the petitioner was appointed as a Chowkidar of Anandaram Senior Basic School on 1st of August 2008, my lord. The appointment was made by the managing committee, so the appointment was irregular. Your lordship may be pleased to look at the annexer 1, my lord, 21. That is in Assamese, my lord. Mohesh Chandra Kolita, Abahar Prapta, She Keshab Chandra Kolitar Putra. She Kolita, চকীদাৰৰ খালী পদটিত নিযুক্তিৰ বাবে কৰা আপোনাৰ আবেদন মৰ্মে যোৱা 12/7/8 তাৰিখে বিদ্যালয়ৰ পৰিচালনা সমিতি
This school was a provincialized school.
Yes, my lord. This is a provincial school, but my case is that I was appointed by the managing committee with a condition, my lord, যে সাময়িকভাৱে বিদ্যালয় পৰিচালনা কৰাত অসুবিধা হোৱাত অসুবিধা হোৱা পৰিপ্ৰেক্ষিতত চৰকাৰৰ পৰা কোনো ধৰণৰ নিযুক্তি নোপোৱা পৰ্যন্ত আপোনাক বিনা বেতনে বিদ্যালয়ত চকীদাৰৰ কাম কৰিবলৈ অনুমতি দিয়া হ'ল। So when the appointment was given, I started making service with full dedication. I made representation before the then education minister, and assurance was given directing the district elementary education officer to look into the matter. I ran from pillar to post, nothing happened, my lord, and I was not driven out also. As that way I was continuing till 21, my lord. After long 13 years, I was out because an appointment was given to a compassionate candidate, my lord, that I have not challenged. Because compassionate candidate is not, that is a compassionate appointment. Now, my lord, before lordship, that though my appointment was irregular, because as per the elementary education administration rules, I cannot be appointed except by the government. It was not illegal, my lord, it was irregular. But attending circumstances, your lordship may be pleased to look into, because rule 7 of the rules.
Which rule?
It is very much clear, my lord.
Which rule? Name of the rule?
Assam Elementary Education Provincialization Rules 1977.
এখন আছে আনো now the service manual. Which page?
Page, my lord, this is 282.
We don't have that edition with us.
I do not have it, my lord. This edition?
The edition you are referring, it's not supplied to us anymore.
Hmm.
The edition of the book you are holding is not supplied to us anymore. We are given this one.
Then, my lord, I will be allowed to, I will point out, my lord.
What's the name of the rules?
The
7.
Assam Elementary Education Provincialization Rules 1977.
Elementary education. It is there. Huh? Which rule?
Rules 7, my lord.
Who is a local authority?
For the village people, my lord, village, the leading persons of the area, my lord.
They are not authority, they are person.
Yes,
Authority must be a recognized authority.
the
always.
government is the authority, my lord, that is established, my lord. My lord, my humble submission before lordship, that the sub-rule 3 itself takes.
Just a
steps to-
minute. Yes. The local authorities of the area.
Yes, it tells
No, just a minute. Who is the local authority?
managing committee, power and functions of the managing.
No,
committee.
local authority means the Guwahati Municipal Corporation, a municipal board, town committee, Mohkuma Parishad, Gao Panchayat. It is defined.
Yes, yes, but managing committee
No.
appointed me.
Managing committee is not a local authority.
True, my lord. My humble submission before lordship.
Madam, if you are relying on Rule 7, Rule 7 pertains to action that may be taken against the local authority. If the local authority
Lord,
does any act which is not acceptable,
true.
but managing committee is not a local authority.
But here the managing committee shall look after.
Understand? So Rule 7 is not applicable in your case.
But what is the function of the managing committee then?
You don't know.
Managing committee. has no
Madam
power to
Chaudhary,
appoint.
Courts are not constituted to give answer to the learned council. We are here only to hear your submission
yes,
and
my lord.
decide.
No, that a school cannot be run without a chowkidar. So itself.
We
takes-
understand, but this law has been settled long back.
No, my lord, I understand. But
So
what-
what order can we pass in your
No,
favor?
my lord, I made an alternative prayer because for relentless service for long 13 years, I am deprived of, not a single farthing was paid to me.
I understand the managing committee did a very bad act on their part.
But that
But
is
managing committee is not a part of the government.
not a part of the government.
So how can we hold them liable for that? What can we do? Tell us.
No.
Madam Chaudhary,
No,
we are,
Yeah, understand, but your lordship may be pleased to recollect, your lordship had the occasion to deal with one case, Dalima Kolita, my lord. There also,
let us see what is provided there. What is provided in Onima Kolita, let us see. Give us something by which we can pass some order in your favor. We are ready to accept it.
Dalima Kolita's case, what happened, my lord? A batch of honorary teachers were allowed to work. And your lordship was pleased to hold that for the attending circumstances, for intellectual and advanced, that is the case, my lord reported. Advanced intellectual advancement of education. Though the appointment it was under a scheme, my lord. No authority was there, but even then your lordship was pleased to hold.
But this is a contractual teacher.
Yes, contractual, my lord, not a
Contractual-
scheme. But
Madam Chaudhary,
True.
contractual teachers are appointed under a scheme.
yes, but
For a managing committee to appoint a chokidar in a provincial school, there is no scheme.
no scheme, my lord.
So this is not applicable.
My lord, secondly, that legitimate expectation was also there.
What is legitimate expectation? Let
Because-
us see the Supreme Court judgment. What do you mean by legitimate expectation?
Why I am submitting.
Does legitimate expectation also means an expectation which is contrary to the law?
No, here it is.
It
in
is not
this-
so.
No, in this case, my lord, established procedure. There is a-
Established procedure.
procedure.
Madam Chaudhary, please be a little more reasonable. Your emotions
no,
cannot lead to a judicial order.
No, I understand.
Or we have already said that they have done a very bad act in retaining this person. But again, it is not the government, it is the managing committee.
Yes, my lord.
Then you file a civil suit against the managing committee for their act.
No, but he was,
They'll compensate you.
my lord, he was assured, my lord, he was. assured.
Where is the relevance of an assurance if the assurance is contrary to the law?
True, but there is the Jahangir Alam's case, they have referred to Jahangir Alam's case because that case. Batch
Madam
of,
Chaudhary, frankly speaking, we have not found anything in your favor till now.
I have understood. but
And
not-
you don't have to tell us in so many words. If we find, we are ready to accept it.
No, my lord.
But
one
there is
more-
nothing.
One more line, my lord.
Hmm.
Legitimate expectation, why? Because his father also, previous income.
Madam, first tell us what is legitimate expectation.
No, when. his
Legitimate expectation, you cannot bring in the grammatical meaning. You'll have to bring in the legal meaning of a legitimate expectation.
father- he was.
Grammatical meaning is very simple, legitimate. Yes, legitimately, I believe that this will happen. But it is not so. Legitimate expectation is a concept under the law. It's a proposition of law which had been developed by the Supreme Court from time to time. Produce some of those judgments which will be in your favor. Then say that the way the Supreme Court had provided, we are also similarly circumstanced. So please accept legitimate expectation.
May I submit one line, my lord? His father was working for more than 10 years in the same post, my lord, before his joining. He was regularized, my lord.
Madam Chaudhary, if we,
He was regularized, my lord. So established procedure is there, my lord.
nothing is there, Madam Chaudhary. Your argument is very broad-based and very politely presented before the court.
No, true, my lord.
But
No.
how can we convert it to a judgment? You tell us
No,
that.
no, what I am submitting legitimate.
Yes,
expectation-
Madam Foucault, can you do something?
Alternative prayer I have made.
No, we are going to ask you one question. Why your authorities are allowing these things to happen? What action you have taken against this school for leading this person to this kind of a situation? See, he had given 15 years of his life to the school till now. By now, he cannot be employed anywhere. Why did we indulge in this act? We are not asking you to regularize him, but why did you indulge in this act? I think we can ask you this question. Please answer. Why will you put a citizen to a detriment knowing that the law is against him? You should have on the very first day said, no, we cannot accommodate you because the law is against you. On one hand, you'll allow a man to be exploited. And on another hand, you know very well that the law is against this man. He is not going to get anything in his future. But you allow it to happen. Constitution concern. Why Article 23 of the Constitution has not been violated? Why should he consider that? Traffic in human beings and beggar and others, for forced labor are prohibited. It's a forced labor. And other similar forms of forced labor. Is this not a forced labor? Somebody from top to bottom, I don't know who, will go on giving assurance. And the man giving the assurance knows from the very first day that the law does not permit it to happen. Why we can't look into that question? He is also a human being. Why did you put him into this state? At the time he entered your service or your disservice, he must have been a young man. Had you refused him that day, he would have gone for some other work. Now he is a middle-aged person. He can neither go here nor go there. And today you are taking a very legitimate stand that under the law, nothing can be done. Does the law also allow violation of Article 23? Why don't you think a little, some more thing? Otherwise, you are right. You'll very strenuously say that this is the law, this is a settled law. You'll produce a few judgments of the court also. That anybody appointed by a managing director, managing committee in a provincial school, he is no entitlement for regularization. We accept it. If you know the law, why did you allow it to happen then? Sorry. Sorry. Fine. So I think knowingly, if you induce a person or allow a person to remain with you, you are liable to compensate. We don't say regularize. We don't say appoint him in one of your sanction posts. Compensate this man how you want to do it. And 15 years is a long period. Did you ever, by any communication, inform this man, don't come from tomorrow because you are not getting anything? And in spite of being informed, the person repeatedly keeps on coming.
And the managing committee is not a party here. Can be managing.
Doesn't matter. Your managing committee is under your control. They are not some private entity. Nowadays, even SMDC is appointed by the government. You are regulating even their appointment also. Earlier, we don't know what it was. Don't you feel for this category of people? There are not one. And mostly you notice that these people are appointed in a grade 4. Chokidar. Your school is very happy. Yes, I wanted Chokidar. Somebody is coming. Work as a Chokidar. We'll see to you. After 15 years, you say, no, law is against you. You are not getting anything. What do you want to do?
Sometimes you cannot
Mhm.
talk with the director.
We accept your submission. The law is in your favor against the petitioner.
Yes.
Sorry.
After provincialization, he has been appointed. So
You
we
cannot do, we understand, but what then
regularize the petition.
precisely we are asking you, if you cannot do, why did you do it? Our question is not you cannot do, not that we are questioning that whether you can do or cannot do. We are asking you, why did you do it? Vis-a-vis Article 23 of the Constitution. Hmm. Here at MSB Chaudhary, Land Council for a petitioner, also heard MSB Khokon for Land Council for the Elementary Education Department. The petitioner Mahendra Chandra Kolita,
Oh, yes, my lord.
Mahesh Chandra Kolita, was appointed as a chowkidar in the Anandaram Senior Basic School, Rajadwar, in the Kamrup district, by a letter of appointment dated,
1/8,
where is the date?
1/8/2008, my lord.
1/8/2008 of the president of the school managing committee. From time to time, the claim of the petitioner for being for a regular appointment was processed, but not leading to any favorable consideration. The stand of the respondents is that admittedly, the petitioner was appointed by the school managing committee after the school was provincialized, and under the law, a person of such category are not entitled for any regularization. And inasmuch as the order of appointment itself was void ab initio, as the authority who had appointed a petitioner did not have the authority under the law to make such appointments. Even if we accept the said proposition of law relied upon by the respondents in the Elementary Education Department, a question would arise that even the school managing committee is a part and parcel of the system in a provincialized school. And the respondents, and it being a provincialized school, the respondents in the Elementary Education Department are also a part of the entire complete system. A question would arise that if it is a provision of law that a managing committee cannot appoint a person in a provincialized school, why the petitioner was allowed to work for almost 15 years as of today,
13, more than 13.
more than 13 years. Although it is stated by MSB Chaudhary that assurances were given by different authorities at different times, a further question would arise that if the law is against regularizing an employee of this category, why any such assurances were given? But full stop. Most importantly, the respondents are required to answer as to why the petitioner was allowed to discharge the duties for 13 long years without being paid any financial benefit, knowing very well that the law is such that a person will never be appointed on a regular basis. In other words, why it should not be construed to be a case of forced labor under Article 23 of the Constitution of India. Respondents seek for an adjournment to examine the aspect this terms mentioned. Otherwise, we can't order your regularization. That is for sure. We are quite.
In my prayer, my lord, I have submitted that there is a vacancy in Kusalkor school. my
We
lord.
cannot. That is a
Consider
different.
them, consider.
We cannot.
After, my
You are not
lord,
entitled, man.
my lord, rule of law, my lord, must to be functional, my lord, it must run
Sorry.
so to be the rule of law,
Sorry.
my lord.
It cannot be, man.
But for service, nothing he got.
Hmm.
So financial some benefit also.
That's what we are asking. This yes, Mr. Chisti. I think this question you'll have to answer. Why you allowed this man to work for the 13 years without paying?
First of all, he was appointed by a managing committee.
We understand. We recorded everything. We are in 100% with your favor. That managing committee cannot. But why under the nose of the elementary education department, the person was allowed to discharge, allowed to work? Why the managing committee was not advised at that time itself, immediately disengage this man?
Now, so we will appoint this code after being appointed after 30 years ago.
Doesn't matter. Forget about all this. But this is a it was you take action against the managing committee. Sorry, nothing like that. You take action against the managing committee.
The managing committee is considered now it is by the deputy commissioner, not by the department.
Anyway, it is for you. No, we find that there is a vicarious liability of the state authorities. Vicarious liability, not directly involving, but under the law you are liable. And we are never asking you regularize this man. We are asking you, why did you allow it to happen? It's exploitation. Everybody knows, the inspector knows, the DO knows, the BO knows that this man will never be regularized. He'll never get anything.
His father was regularized, my lord, after 10 years of service. So that's that expectation was there.
And now they wait for employee that commission, but the act has been accepted by the government. So we know.
You cannot, I know. But this man, something you give it to him. Or you ask him to come and participate in a regular.
Yes, we have done. That was held last year.
No. Don't throw blame. Accept your blame first and then throw the blame on the others.
Item 35.
You could have done this, advised him in a better way that we cannot do anything. Please participate in this one. We'll see whether some weightage or something can be given for your past service.
Yes.
That could have been done. Means if you're fair enough. What it is also not that fair.
Managing committee is also not in existence, my lord. Now, that managing committee is
Madam Chaudhary, this is going against you. Why did you come so late? He already taken the stand. Next item, please. Yes, somebody Chisti prays for 3 weeks time to file affidavit. And Council eliminated prays for further 2 weeks time to file the affidavit. Aji heri dibo, Ganesh pego dibo. List of
36.
My lord, in this case, my lord, petitioner, my lord, is not interested to pursue the matter, so may be allowed to.
withdraw. Mr. Any liberty?
No, my lord.
Mr. P. Montal and Council petition states that the petitioner is not interested to further pursue with this writ petition. In view of such statement, writ petition closed. Appearance to Bakibur Dilbo. Liberty not required.
Maybe, my lord.
Take it as a matter of precaution.
Yes,
Liberty granted to approach again if so advised.
yes,
You don't know
yes, ma'am.
what will happen in future.
Yes, ma'am. So.
37 for orders.
37.
By order dated 9/5/2017 and subsequent order dated 21/1/2020. Petitioner took steps for the service of notice upon the Withdrawal number 8. So that's it.
We have served it.
Service could not be completed, Lordship, as it was informed that she is not working in that public, being public liability. So petitioner,
What is your matter about?
compassionate appointment.
Compassionate appointment.
Consultation, respondent delinquent, directed to the instruction. from the inspector.
In the last 8 years, where the compassion had gone, I think it says disappeared, evaporated. No compassion. See, if you are in compassionate appointment, you urge it immediately. We are taking up compassion appointments in the motion itself. So that,
Yes, Lordship,
but if you wait for 8 years, who can help you? Because this is not a regular right for employment.
open 15, it was fine. And justice service was asked to take on order dated 9/5/2017. And
Was your application placed before DLC?
this is
Page number?
page number 7, Lordship, of our affidavit in reply.
No, in which DLC was it placed?
PLC Nagav, Lordship,
Page number?
page number 6 of our affidavit in reply, Lordship.
In the
Fine, page 23 also.
the direction you are heading may not lead any favorable order in.
Our petition, Lordship.
Sorry,
Page 23 for this petition, Lordship.
23 years. I am holding 23 only. I was expecting you to come to that page.
Lordship, you find it on page 28, Lordship.
28,
Serial number 9.
G2 top on. Recommended.
For page 4.
What happened to in the SLC?
SLC rejected the method.
Page number?
Lordship, SLC, here we did not annex. Lordship will find it in affidavit in reply.
Page number, running page number. Don't tell you internal pages. Adjourned on the prayer of the petitioner.
Item 38.
Take note of the running page number so that we can find out. 38.
My lordship, I'm unable to reach out my client.
Sorry,
I'm unable to reach out my client. So my lordship, I need to take instruction from my client. Kindly,
what instruction you want?
his phone is showing switch off.
Sorry, no, what instruction you want? You already filed a petition.
Yes, my lordship, but recently I'm unable to reach out.
Don't reach out. You argue your case. If by the petition you filed,
Yes, ma'am.
any legal right had been violated, we'll pass the order. We don't need the contact with your client for that.
Yes, my lordship, but perhaps the matter has become infructuous.
It will become infractions, we'll decide it. If you don't have the information whether infractions or not.
My
What is the
lordship,
matter about?
I think you allow.
What is the
allow me-
matter about? 16
That
matter,
would
we
be-
can't adjourn it like this.
My lordship,
You don't have the file also.
I think time for today.
Why? No, sorry, we can't. 16 matter, how can time be granted like that?
My lordship, I'm appearing on behalf of my senior, Mr. E. Ahmed. He is unwell.
Yes, Mr. Chisti, what is this matter?
The petitioner has selected the lottery.
No, in respondent number 6.
6 was selected as a.
As
library.
appointment of the post of librarian.
Yes.
So what happened? In which college?
It is in Romania Arabic College. Lottery petition is under the
Romania
earlier
Arabic College.
Director of Madrasa Division, that now it is Director of Madrasa Division.
So you have obtained the information.
And his allegation did that because LLC awarded access.
No.
That is a,
The person applies for the post of librarian.
yes, sir.
Possibly respondent number 6 is appointed.
Yes.
That is challenged.
Yes, sir.
Respondent number 6, I don't know whether served or not. Has he been served? No. এটা হলো ফুটবল।
এই বুকে একটা
আচ্ছা,
appear করেছিল।
where is Purakaista? One thing, you produced the records of the selection. We'll go through it. If there is any illegality, we'll interfere. No illegality, we'll dismiss. What else to do? Petitioner himself must have forgotten about this case. So therefore, phone switch off, no contact the deal lawyer.
Let it return
But
immediately.
being a part of, being a court, we cannot just ignore these matters. We have to do something. Either we allow or we dismiss or we say infractions, whatever it is, something has to be done. We can't just ignore it. Only thing we can do is appointment of 6 is under challenge. Produce the record, we'll verify ourselves. If the appointment is a good appointment, the grounds make out does not hold good, we'll dismiss the petition. It's stated by MS your name.
Mr. E. Ahmed. I'm
Sorry,
appearing on behalf of Mr.
what is your name?
R.A. Chaudhary.
R.A. Chaudhary. It's stated by MS R.A. Chaudhary, learned counsel appearing for the petitioner, that the learned counsel has no contact with the writ petitioner and therefore unable to obtain any instruction. We do not need any instruction from the petitioner for adjudicating the matter. In the writ petition, the selection and appointment of the respondent was 6 has been as a librarian in the college, Arabic Romia
Romia Arabic
College,
College.
is assigned. Even after entering appearance, none appears for the respondent number 6. But the writ petitioner has to be decided in either way. For facilitating the process, the respondents in the secondary education department, secondary education department,
Now it is secondary.
secondary education department to produce the complete records of the selection of the respondent number 6 to the post of librarian in so and so college for examination of the court. We'll examine. If you find everything is all right, dismiss it.
Item 40.
40 years.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, as per Lavazima Court Order dated 12/9/2023, service to respondent number 5 is completed, your lordship. AD card has been received back with the signature of the address, your lordship. So the matter may be fixed for admission hearing, your lordship.
Okay, start.
Lordship, I have been instructed by learned counsel MS Alam. He is out. of
We
station.
don't go by instruction of Mr. Alam.
I'm not. in
We
this
go,
matter, your lordship.
we go as per the matters listed before the court. Please argue, what is the matter
I'm
about?
not in this matter, your lordship. I was just been instructed over phone, your lordship.
But this, how do you expect, Mr. Alam expects that 17 matter would be adjourned on just being asked? Adjournments are not on a mere asking. What Alam?
MS Alam.
But last date also none appeared. Prior to that, none appears. So we don't endure. Last 2 days, no one appeared. MS Alam, ask him to come if he wants.
I am appearing for 4 and 7.
Huh.
And lordship petitioner already transferred and another is joining.
It's a transfer order.
Yes, lordship.
Transfer order has become infectious. Was there any stay order? No, no stay order. Why should he interfere with transfer after 6 years?
And thanks, lordship.
For a post of principal, directing just. I think it's some selection of principal, I think. Your client is the present principal. He's working. When will he retire?
We are going to fill up by the new process lordship.
What happened to the respondent?
Respondent was 4 and 7 lordship. Right now he is the principal lordship.
Acha, there is a setting aside the impugned select list, annexure 7. He does, no formal, any appointment regularly in a way shall be abide by the final outcome of the writ petition. So, Mr. Chisti, you said you are going for a new selection. Principal, then what happened to the earlier select list, annexure 7? District-wise compiled panel list of selection of principal. What is this called, a school? Name of your school? Which serial number? Page 23. Hmm.
Page 26.
23. Is Satra Sal. And who is this petitioner? Ayub Ali Sheikh. So Ayub Ali Sheikh's name is? And there is a pending case in the High Court directed to maintain status quo. Where is the status quo? There is no status quo. The authority must have self-understood that there is a status quo. We close this petition. If you want, go and participate. 6 years. You appear for respondent number?
4 and 7.
Who appears for 5 and 6? Mr. SMT Chustee, then counsel for secretary to provide the information from the records as to. The petitioner in district petition assails the select list prepared by the selection committee available as annexure 7 to the writ petition, which begins at page 23. At serial number 27 of the said list at page 26, in respect of Satrasal HS Vidyapith, 3 persons' name appear, namely Ranjit Kumar Dam, Dinesh Chandra Roy, and Gautam Sil. And it is noticed that Dinesh Chandra Roy and Gautam Sil are arrayed as respondents number 5 and 6 in the present writ petition. The respondents to the secondary education department shall provide the information to the court as to whether pursuant to the select list at page 23, any of the 2 respondents, being respondent number 5 and 6, were appointed as principal, or any other person had been appointed as a principal. List on so and so for the information. It is also stated that the respondent authorities have in the meantime initiated a new process for filling up the vacant post of principals.
Pleasure.
41.
Maybe before, my lord. My lord, I'm sorry, my lord, I may be permitted sometime to take service, my lord, upon respondent number 4. Respondent number 4.
Micro.
My lord,
What's your prayer?
regarding selection process, my lord.
No, no, no. What you said something, respondent number 4?
For service,
It's yet to be
yet to be
served. Want to take fresh steps?
Yes, my lord.
Petitioner to serve the respondent, to take fresh steps for service on respondent number 4 registered post 3 days.
42.
Please second. Yes, Madam Muhia. Review petitions, State of Assam. Who appears? Mr. Gogoi. IE review petition, IE civil.
I have filed for vacation of the order, interim order. Passed in
That won't be necessary. In fact, my lord, there is one order, my lord, actually, there was one order whereby, my lord, the direction was made that the respondent hearing, private respondent hearing should be regularized. He was a left out master worker.
Private respondent regularized, that's a order in the writ petition.
Yes.
Okay,
First
then.
writ petition.
First
Ah.
petition.
Now, in order to comply with that, my lord, the irrigation department, they, my lord, initiated process, but there was a delay in the, my lord, compliance of the first order. So he again approached his honorable court,
Second writ
and
petition.
that was before his honorable court.
Ah.
Then honorable court said that since they are initiating process, it should be completed within a time bound.
Okay.
So now, my lord, we preferred a review against the first order, my lord. of
First order is against my order or
No.
somebody?
Lordship's is second.
No, it is N silo, justice N silo.
So it should go to Justice Silo. then.
Dismissed.
That part
Review.
recently, my lord, last week,
Hmm,
that we
order.
dismissed. So, my lord, this particular.
So review petition 74 is dismissed.
No, 73.
Three.
3 is against the first order.
Yes.
Second is against the,
Your Lordship's
Your
order.
lordship order.
so this is 74.
Now, my lord, that order will have a bearing in this case, because if that order is not reviewed, this review will not stand.
This
Because-
order is not required to be reviewed because you only followed the earlier order.
Yes.
So we close it.
In view of the dismissal of the first order,
Ah.
first review petition, there is 73 of 23. This review will not stand.
Yes, because the
That order. stands.
second one, we did not decide anything. We only followed the earlier one.
Consequential order, my lord, following the first.
Close it.
Good.
Heard Mr. B. Gogoi, learned counsel petition, also heard MSB Bhuya, learned senior counsel for the respondent, all the respondents.
On
No, irrigation is there.
only
For the-
private is the number 1, my lord.
For respondent number 1. None appears for the respondents number. Treasury officer, I think will appear. You're not required. And none appears for the respondents number 2 to 6. This review petition 74, 2023 is in respect of the order dated
27/10/2021.
in respect of the order dated 27/10/2021
21, my lord.
in WPC
5643
5643
public 2020.
2021. In the said order, the requirement of an earlier order dated Justice Silos
Yes, sir.
22 to 2019.
22 to 2019 in WPC
4381. of
4381 2019
13.
2013 was required to be carried forward. Although against the 2013 or WPC order, 2019 review petition 74 2023 was instituted by the Finance Department of the Government of Assam. And although by the order dated, it Amar order too, dated so and so in a way, no independent adjudication was made, but as a matter of abundant precaution, review petition 74, 2023 had also been instituted. Full stop. It is stated that the review application 73, 2023 had in the meantime been dismissed by the order dated so and so.
12/10/2023.
12,
10,
10, 2023. As the order dated, our order too, is
27/10.
only an order requiring only an order carrying forward the requirements of the earlier order dated so and so. And review petition 74, 2023, which was instituted against the said order, had been dismissed in the meantime.
73 has been discussed.
Said, don't interrupt. Had been dismissed in the meantime. It is stated by Mr. B. Gogoi, Land Counsel for Finance Department, review petition of Finance Department, that no adjudication is required in this review application. According review petition 47, 2023 is closed. Interim order passed and is then vacated.
No.
Okay.
And there was 73, it is 74.
Well, regarding my submission, Lordship, may say, my lord, since that is, my lord, this.
Last name ki likhilu.
This order is an order carrying forward the requirements of the earlier order given. So, review petition 72 to 2023, which was dismissed against.
Said had been dismissed, comma. We see no further requirement to maintain the review petition 74, 2023. Review petition also according to stands closed, interim order stands vacated.
43.
May I please, Your Lordship?
For what purpose?
My lord, this is for restoration. My lord, may I very briefly, my lord, explain the reason, my lord?
How much cost will you pay?
My lord, there is some, my lord, may I?
When the matter, no, on 3 dates you did not appear, there
there
cannot
is-
be justification.
There is a reason, my lord.
What reason?
My lord, Lordship may kindly.
See, if you want to contest, we'll decide, no difficulty. We'll issue notice then.
My lord, fact here is that, my lord, in earlier, my lord, my name was not reflected in the cause list. There the honorable court is given direction, my lord, to my lordship may kindly, I mean, on page 14, my lord, the order. The honorable court is given a direction to, my lord, reflect my full name, my lord, instead my lord, short name. Thereafter, my lord, their order has been passed.
Oh,
in-
sorry, here we don't expect.
My lord, my.
You should be more vigilant when you file a matter.
No, my lord, their order,
Mr. Biket asks,
my lord.
we don't accept that. How do you read a cause list?
My lord, by inserting, my lord, my
Yeah.
lord, by searching by our name in short form.
Names. That's a wrong procedure. You cannot rely on that. That is only a procedure to aid you, not to read the cause list. Cause list has to be read from the left-hand side. First case number, then the name of the parties, then you go to the name of the council. If I agree with you, I'll be reversing the manner of reading a cause list.
My lord,
Rejected.
my lord, there is some another practice here, my lord.
No.
On that day, my lord, I am enacting the.
Then we are
order
discussing it.
22/9/2023, my lord, I was, my lord, suffering
See,
from some illness. And my,
There is a procedure of another learned council making a mention that so and so is ill. Please adjourn.
but on that day, my lord, some other main matters was, my lord, posted before this honorable court. And my lord, associate had mentioned that I was suffering from.
We are not agreeing with all this. 3 continuous dates you don't appear before the court, that is a good enough for dismissal for non-prosecution.
My lord,
If
is
you
correct,
want to restore, pay some cost, get it restored.
my lord, because my lord.
Up to you.
My lord,
And if you want to contest, we'll hear you.
my lord,
We'll lay down the law of the dismissal of non-prosecution.
my lord,
No
lordship may
difficulty.
kindly restore, my lord, but, my lord, imposing a little, because my name
It
was.
has to be. Otherwise, this will become a very common practice now, we notice.
My lord. I apologize for-
Repeatedly, when you are not interested, you simply don't appear before the court.
Lordship may restore by, but this is a provincial, petitioner is a my lord, Bhanta school teacher, considering that aspect a little, my lord, cost maybe imposed on matter later.
How much?
1,000 maybe,
1,000.
because he is a Bhanta school. My name was there. Instead of.
You must have seen those vendors standing outside the court. After a few days, you won't get anything from a vendor also with 1,000 rupees. The number of vendors were standing before the court. Nowadays, you pay something less. After a few days, paying 1,000, you won't get anything from them also. 2,500. Heard Mr. B. Das for the applicant. Your name?
A pine for respondent number 6 and 7.
MSA Pine for the respondent number
6 and 7.
6 and 7. MS DD Varman, additional sitting advocate for 3. Mr. Ganesh Pegu for the elementary education department. By this miscellaneous application, the petitioner seeks for a recall of the order dated.
22 on page 11, my lord. 22.
All of the order dated 22/9/2023, by which the writ petition was dismissed for non-prosecution. It had taken note that on 2 consecutive dates, none had appeared for the petitioner, that is on 24/2023 and 22/9/2023. The reasons stated by the learned counsel for the miscellaneous applicant are unacceptable to the extent that it's not very confidence inspiring. One of the ground is that the petitioner read the cause list only through the names of the counsel indicated and without bothering to read the whole of the cause list. And secondly,
My lord, on the.
the learned counsel was not well, but no information was provided to the court through any other counsel. Full stop. The 2 reasons are not very conscience inspiring. However, for the interest of justice, we recall the order decision. So on a payment of cost of rupees 2,000.
44.
Paid before the. When did you go? Yes, contempt. Which order is violated?
Lordship, in this petition, Lordship, an error is occurred, Lordship. Contempt number 2 ought to have been the director of secondary education. Unfortunately, the director of elementary education has been made up.
You want to correct it?
Lordship, I.
Mr. A. Chakravarti, learned counsel for the petitioners, seeks to incorporate certain correction in the cost title allowed. Correction to be done in the presence of the registry.
45.
This again after the correction.
Lordship,
Hmm.
understood order dated 11
Where is the direction of the court?
page 12, my lordship order.
And Islam notice 6 weeks. But this is the order of those earned leave, 30 days earned leave.
30 days,
What is the direction of the court?
3 months,
Hmm?
3 months.
Some personal hearing, why don't you give it? Unnecessary, we issue a contempt. Hmm? Just read the order, give him a copy, please. Petitioner would cooperate with the exercise to be undertaken by the respondent subject to and the matter be brought to the logical end in view of the submission. And the court is inclined to provide that in the event director issues individual show cause notices to the 10 petitioners, petitioner would respond. Show cause notices should be issued under so and so shall give opportunity to the petitioner to respond. Where is the contempt?
You filed a representation, my lordship, and
Sorry?
no individual focus reply.
Suppose they have not given, you enjoy the protection given to you. Huh? You said till such time a decision is taken,
Including decision for.
shall not disturb the petitioner from the service. You enjoy the order. Order is, they'll give you individual show cause notice, decide the matter within 3 months or something.
Yeah.
And till the decision is taken, you shall not be disturbed. They have not issued the show cause. So you enjoy the interim order. Why should there be a contempt? The Kaushik, make him understand the implication. I think he is inviting his own detriment. Next item.
47. 46.
26, my lordship.
Same order,
No.
different. Which order is violated?
Page 10, ma'am.
Hmm?
Page 10. Second. No. Different.
Have you filed your representation?
Representation.
Which page? Next page.
Next page,
Okay. And Islam, notice 6 weeks.
Obliged.
47.
Other one you confirm with Mr. Kaushik. I think you are inviting your own disadvantage.
45 to time.
Yes,
Huh?
Item 47 is similar to item 44. I may be allowed to correct.
correct. 44 same order.
48.
Please, your lordship.
For what purpose? Section praying for suspension of the order dated passed by respondent. Interim order.
Yes, your lordship, there is a history in the cases that the connected writ petition was dismissed for default. As the engaged counsel, that is, I was not present due to.
Okay, now it is restored, but there is no interim order.
There was interim order.
Earlier there was dismissed, interim order goes,
Yes, sir.
writ petition restored,
Yes, your lordship.
but the interim order not continued.
Yes,
You want the interim order to be continued. Yes, what do you say?
but lordship in.
Director of Elementary Education.
In the meantime, lordship, after this restoration, they passed one order, your lordship will produce as annexure A. They have already provincialized the service of the.
Acha,
private-
they have passed some new order.
Yes, your lordship.
So assume that order, file a new writ petition.
If I want to stay as a connected.
How can I
petition is
stay?
already pending.
No, there's nothing connected. This is a new cause of action,
Yes, your-
which has to be assailed in a writ petition. You file the writ petition, will stay. Other writ petition, cause of action can be related only to the time of filing that writ petition. This is a subsequent cause of action. By IA, you cannot elongate the earlier writ petition. MS Key James and counsel petitioner seeks not to proceed with this interlocutory application in the present form with liberty to file appropriate application against the order impugned dated 25/8/2023. In view of such submission, I closed, liberty granted.
Deeply approved.
Challenge that independently. You'll get it.
Item 49 for withdrawal.
Main writ petition. Oh, I think only the
We are not getting the matter, lordship.
your name.
Miss A. Begum,
Your name appears.
lordship.
MSA Begum Land Council petition states that there is the instruction to a petitioner not to proceed this petition in the present form. In view of such statement, writ petition closed, interim order, if any, vacated. Mr. Gugoi appears for the Health Department of the Government of Assam.
50 for admission.
Macho.
For that matter, pediatrics, MD pediatrics.
Wait, please, your lordship.
Yes.
Last occasion, Harpo was directed to file their response. Yesterday they have filed it, but probably it's not on the record.
They are filed,
Yes, sir.
Health Department,
SSA.
SSA. It is stated by Mr. H. Borwal and counsel for the SSA that the affidavit has been filed by the department but not available on record. List along with the affidavit. You have to file reply.
Yes.
Mr. K. Mohantal and counsel petition on the other hand seeks to file a reply to such affidavit. Pray aloud.
If possible, after fix it after.
Take any date.
Item 51,
Of the
17.
51. Yes, madam.
Mr. Lordship, in this case, I am appearing for response number 7. We have filed our affidavit in opposition today, Lordship.
You are appearing for respondent number 7. You want to file affidavit?
We want to file.
File. Now what is to be done?
We have filed our affidavit today, Lordship.
Not on record. MS R. Dekal and counsel response states that the affidavit on behalf of the said respondent has been filed in course of the day, but not on record. List along with the affidavit.
In the meantime, copy not yet received. In
You
the
want to-
meantime, if
The petitioner may file reply to the affidavit if so advised.
let me be kindly fix, my lord, promotion matter, madam. Immediately after pick,
17.
Take it up, Dave.
please.
Time being item 1. Article.
Yes, none of them are there.
Article respondent 7.
Kindly pass over.
Adjourned on the prayer of MS so and so. Inasmuch as none of the council whose name appears on record are present to make the prayer
Sorry,
for withdrawing the writ petition.
20 and 21. Hurry, Shivani.
2021, who appears? That
20 and 21.
20, yes, Mr. Dhor. Start. No, second time we can't wait for them. Yeah, you start your,
We have filed an application for vacation of the order dated
St. Mary's over. Wait. Okay. Yes, sir.
13/5/2022. Modification of this order.
Page number.
Page number, my lord, 17 of the IA.
17.
One second. My lord,
Let us fix it immediately after the vacation because he also refers to one Supreme Court order.
my lord, I am not on that. Your lordship will kindly take up the next page, page 21.
21.
21.
Hmm.
Is the status of our school.
Hmm.
It's an educational institution covered under section 2G of the National Commission for Minority Education Institution Act 2004. And as per section 2, Roman 15, it has been exempted.
Well, which act?
Assam non-government education institution regulation and.
Page number of this book.
Page number, relevant pages, page 576.
Hmm.
Section 2, Roman 15.
Roman 15, non-government. So you are a Article 30 institute.
Yes. This is the certificate, page
Hmm.
21.
Page 21 is a certificate that it's an article. This is a Montfort School, Dibrugarh.
Yes, ma'am.
This one Montfort is there on this.
In Guwahati also there is.
When you go out on the left hand side. You're over. Yes,
Lordship, that act is not applicable, let me tell you.
then we vacate the interim order.
Lord, only one aspect, your lordship. I just want to point out, your lordship, based on the judgment of the effect of your lordship.
Which judgment?
Your lordship will kindly go through it. I'm sorry.
No, no, entire order was based on the Act of 2006, that the procedure not followed.
That is-
If the act is not applicable, that
Your
reasoning will
lordship,
go.
that is not applicable, I can't say. Only on para 12 and 13, even your lordship, this is a minority educational institute, your lordship. Since it is your lordship discharging your lordship public functions, your lordship, para 12, your lordship. These are para 12 and 13, your lordship.
Have you got the later judgment, Mr. Dhor?
My lord, what is this? I think
This is your lordship, 2012.
2012 SCC 331.
Yes, my lord,
Have you got the later judgment?
yes, my lord, it is Committee of Management, Delhi Public School versus NK Gandhi, 2020.
No. One more relevant is there.
Marwari Palika Vidyalaya.
Well, that was relied upon. That was relied upon by Mr. Bodhagur. A little bit more later and more relevant. Hmm. Read para 2 and 75.2. Heard Mr. Ed Hor, learned counsel for the petition applicant, as well as Mr. Pothakur, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. By this interlocutory application, the interim order dated 15/5/2022 in WPC 3111/2022 is sought to be modified. The said interim order was passed on the premises that while taking the impugned action against the writ petitioner, the respondent Montfort School, Dibrugarh, had not followed the procedure provided under the Assam Non-Governmental Educational Institution Regulation and Management Act 2006. Mr. Ed Hor, learned counsel for the petitioner by referring to the certificate issued by the Secretary to the Government to the National Commission for Minority Education Institutions, Government of India, contains that the respondent, that the applicant Montfort School is an institution covered under Article 30 of the Constitution of India. And therefore, as per the provisions, as per the definition of non-governmental educational institute under section 215 of the Act of 2006, the applicant institute is not a non-governmental education institution, and therefore the provisions of the Act of 2006 would be inapplicable in respect of the school. However, Mr. S. Bothakur, learned counsel for the petitioner, relies upon the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court rendered in Ramesh Aluwalia versus State of Punjab and others, reported in 2012, 12 SEC 331, wherein in paragraph 12, a proposition had been laid down that a private body, if performing public functions, which are normally expected to be performed by the state authorities, such public bodies would be amenable to a jurisdiction. Full stop. In this respect, we require the parties to look into a later pronouncement of the Supreme Court rendered in St. Mary's to Omogo reported so and so, particularly by taking note of paragraph 2 and 75.2 of the said judgment. And submissions may be advanced based on that response. You have to pay him for another 20 more days. Otherwise, it will go. It's very difficult to sustain this order. Unless immediately on reopening at a joke.
Till then, you're.
No, we have not vacated the order. Whatever is there, it will remain.
Certainly.
Good video, okay. Okay. Yes,
In terms of the honorable court's order. Lordship has gone for the lordship court's order.
Mr. Gogoi, come to page 62.
Running page was not done.
Can you come to the relevant page?
Lordship,
Page 62.
62 was not.
62 will be more relevant.
Lordship.
Come to para 4.
Lordship.
Court said that you participate in the selection process, although he is making some earlier claims. We direct to look, but in doing so, authorities be directed to look into the claim of the right, taking consideration her 15 years service as assistant teacher Hindi. And further, that since the petitioner has already submitted a representation before the chairman, may consider the said aspect if the selection committee had not done so. So this is two requirements. One, 15 years service, you take note when you conduct the selection process. Two, you also take note of the representation dated 9/10/2019. This is where the difficulty we required you. Representation says, I have all the requisite education quality experience, sacrificing 15 years, expecting that my service will be regularized. So somebody has to pass an order in this one also. The court had, rightly or wrongly, it had reopened that claim. two claims. One, if he participates in the selection process, 15 years, some weightage, something. That what the record is produced, it appears that much of a weightage is not given. I could not understand it much what it was done.
Only 5 marks or 3 marks, only for expense part, that full marks may be given. Lord.
Full marks are already given.
Experience only 3 marks is there also. Even lordship, one person 15 years, 10 years.
No, no. This everybody will get it.
Lordship,
This experience mark is applicable to everybody across the board.
Lord.
But here court says, give something more.
Lordship,
Take note of the 15-year service. That is not done.
Lord.
What to do? Already appointed.
No, lordship. As per my lord's order, lordship,
Stay.
my lord says, stay the procedure, so lordship, the governing body has yet to take any decision. Lord.
Then you can do one thing. We just reiterate whatever was provided earlier. In doing so, take note of the 15 years experience over and above the regular marking given for teaching experience. And also pass an order in the representation, because both the orders are already passed by the court. We are not adding anything. And after doing the two requirements, you complete the process. Yes, Mr. Chetri, maximum we can do that. We can't say give it to this one or give it to the other one.
Since this governing body.
We have very less time. Then we'll have to hear you if you want to reopen it.
Lordship's proposal is we are acceptable, otherwise we on the merit lordship, the.
Mary, today we are not.
Lordship has already decided that is in Ardosis in us case lordship.
No, we are not saying anything on
Lordship,
merit. We are saying
Lordship.
court had already
Lordship,
provided.
Lordship,
You have
that-
to give some.
That part my lord may observe, otherwise that is already lordship decided.
আৰু কেইটা আছে? তিনটা আৰু তিনটা আৰু আহিবও পাৰে। এইটো তাকে দীঘলীয়া হ'ব আৰু কালি আৰু ক'ত কালি চাওঁ নেকি ট্ৰাই কৰি আকৌ চাই নহ'ব কালি কৰিলেও। Mr. Chetri, we'll pass the order on immediately on reopening. Yes, we have to rise and accommodate some other unlisted petitions also. This will take some time. It will be a little long. List a matter on so and so for delivery of order. It is noticed that in the earlier order dated 21/10/2019 in IS Civil 3348/2019, there was a requirement to take into consideration the 15 years of service of the petitioner as assistant teacher Hindi in the school concerned while undertaking the selection process. And further, to also take note of a representation dated 9/10/2019, earlier submitted by the petitioner. The records of the selection committee has been produced before the court, which are required to be examined as to whether the aspect of 15 years of service of the petitioner was given due consideration. And also, secondly, whether the representation dated 19/10/2019 was given its consideration. List on so and so forward.
Item 27.
Give it back to us. It'll get misplaced. Yes. That child.
Another matter.
Say another matter. Okay.
May I please, Lordship?
Yes, please.
Petitioner has instructed me to withdraw the case. My humble prayer before your Lordship.
Your name appears.
Yes, Lord.
Mr. B. Khaklari, Land Counsel for the petitioner, states that there is an instruction from the writ petitioner not to proceed this petition in the present form. In view of such statement, writ petition closed. On being not pressed, liberty granted to approach again if advised. Mr. K. Gogoi appears for the Higher Education Department.
Timing 45.
45. Mr. Kaushik, that matter. When his service will not be disturbed till the process of issuing notice is completed. And he has come in contempt. What to do? Issue notice. Let him be satisfied. Admit. Notice 6 weeks, extra copies 3 days.
Production list.
Now what will happen, they'll notice that was not issued, they are going to issue it now and take action against you. Had you remained quiet, you would have been in service.
Production list for withdrawal item 1.
You are It will say item 1.
Withdrawal to production list.
It's production. Withdrawal. Your name?
And Major Lordship.
N. A. Major Bhuiyan.
Yes, sir.
Mr. N. A. Major Bhuiyan, learned counsel for the petitioner, states that there is an instruction for the writ petitioner not to proceed this petition in the present form. In view of such statement, writ petition closed. However, liberty granted to approach again if so advised.
Item 2 for motion.
Is this Mr. Bhuiyan?
My lord, out of that, education volunteer, my lord, has I have.
Sorry.
That my lord, the education volunteer representation is required to be given to the secretary.
That representation.
Yes, my lord. My lord, the order is at page 424.
Page?
Page 424.
424.
Instead of the minister, the secretary.
কালি তো নহয়, এইটো মোৰ আগৰ অৰ্ডাৰ এটা দিছে। এইটো অৰ্ডাৰৰ চেম মাৰি দিব। খালি চেঞ্জ কৰি। It clarified that 554 petitioners to file individual representations and not a collective representation. Only that line we are adding. Otherwise, what they will decide? Why so many people come?
Item 3.
Yes, Mr. Burago. Hey?
Item number.
Yeah. Pharmacy council. State suspend not to give effect to the impeding communication. 22/9/2023. Where is it?
Page 44.
44. What is wrong with this order?
That this order is without any jurisdiction. I will show you, Lord, that these petitioners, they have passed out from B farm
No.
outside Assam from a registered and recognized institute from UP.
From
UP, Uttar Pradesh,
UP.
and the name of and that has been
Just a minute. To say, approved by government of Assam for conducting pharmacy eligibility test Exam would be conducted as a screening test for practical training.
And-
When will you do it, Mr. Gogoi?
By this particular notice, there is a policy decision at the school, but you'll have to, my lord, understand sometime so that we can apply this school, immediately after.
No, if there is a policy decision, then policy has to be challenged.
Yes.
This is only, I think, consequence of that policy.
Yes.
And on the minor, under the provisions of the Pharmacy Act 1948, Diploma in Pharmacy Exit Examination Regulation 22. This is.
Mr. Buragamai, we are ready to hear,
Minor.
we are ready to hear you. It's
Minor.
not that we don't want to hear you. But
But
today,
they have given the.
today is more or
person-
less like a last day.
Right.
Although technically it may not be, but effectively it's almost a last day. But he says that there is a policy.
Some decision has been taken, man. In fact, my lord, all the, my lord,
But that decision has to be challenged. Consequential action pursuant to a policy decision without the policy being challenged. You do one thing, Mr. Gogoi.
Yes.
You please give Mr. Buragoy a copy of your policy decision. In the meantime, if you feel it should be challenged,
Yes,
bring another writ petition. We are fixing it immediately on the reopening.
not immediately.
2-3 days. Okay, 2-3 days after the reopening. We'll do that. We'll hear both.
My lord. Only thing, my lord, in the meantime, they may not contain that examination.
no, it will be difficult.
That, my lord, they don't have any
Some-
jurisdictional
Lordship
power.
will, my lord,
But
indicate-
how can I decide it
No.
now? And this is issued on 22/9. It's almost a month old now.
My-
Had you given us at least some time to decide the matter, we
No,
have
that is
decided.
all right, my lord, for only for.
It is
this
not all
particular
right,
day.
Mr. Buragoy. It is from our side.
Mine.
You cannot pressurize the court to
No,
this
no,
extent
I
that
will
there is
not-
hardly
I
any
will not
time.
person to that.
So now, as there is no time to decide, pass an interim order. We cannot
No,
do
no,
that.
that one, only they maybe, this is my request to them that during this time.
But many others will suffer.
Then
because-
my whole petition will be in practice, my lord.
No,
Because-
this kind of screening test will be conducted later on also. This is not the only one.
Yes, my lord, that's why I'm saying.
Periodically, it is going to be conducted.
Like, my
But
lord,
this
after-
issue, in the background of a policy decision of the government, will have to decide it.
That is correct.
It's not that we are against you, but we cannot impose it on them.
The basic thing that I want to put before your lordship for consideration is that government has no power to do that.
We'll hear everything, Mr.
My
Buragoy.
lord. That is why I am praying your lordship.
But that is your,
For these 10-20 days.
but Mr. Buragoy, that is only your submission.
My lord.
It is not a conclusion.
No, yes, ma'am.
We'll hear
Only-
you.
Only for.
So at the earliest we gave you, we'll do it immediately on the reopening.
My-
Please
No,
come
no.
ready. We'll hear you,
that
Mr.
is-
Gogoi.
I'm obliged to that. my
But
lord.
when an administrative action is taken pursuant to a policy decision,
My lord.
the administrative decision cannot be changed without the policy decision being examined.
Right, my lord. But in the whole, my lord, notification, they have not said a single word that a decision has been taken by government.
May not say if it is there on records. If every communication has to include everything in this world,
No, not.
communications will be at least, I don't know how many pages, some may be even 100 pages also. It is not practicable. But when Mr. Gogoi, a responsible counsel, has stated before the court that there is a policy,
My lord, no, I will have the instruction, but to my knowledge, my lord, yes, there's some policy, my lord, that it will now.
then
be
you provide the information and give Mr. Buragoy the policy.
by,
Challenge the policy, we'll hear you immediately on the reopening.
but you may indicate that. I will have the
Otherwise,
instruction, my
have
lord.
you,
My lord, the only prayer that for this limited period, my lord, 10 days, 14 days, they may not.
but no, because of a few petitioners, there are 2 petitioners, there will be hundreds who will be deprived. For whom we don't have to take any decision, they are eligible for this. Balance of convenience is against you.
That is correct. My lord, but they have not done anything, my lord. Anything,
May not have done,
my lord.
but effect
But
of our order
the
will be,
Award has been entrusted to the, my lord,
we'll hear you. The petitioners being two in number, assails
My
the
lord,
communication.
may I, pray that those persons who have been passed out from the government institutions and inside institutions, and this is only for a particular batch of persons who are coming from outside.
Understand, some UP people want to come. We'll hear
Not,
you.
he is from India, but he studied in UP.
Doesn't
Guwahati.
matter. He may be from Guwahati also.
Guwahati.
Some UP studied people want to come in. We'll have to take.
Only to consider that they are eligible for registration.
I think we'll hear you. But there cannot be a positive direction without anything. Nor a negative direction to stay everything is there, because hundreds others will suffer from this order.
I am not against them, madam. They can protect.
Please bear with us. We are giving
Only if
you.
your lordship can protect us.
How can I protect you?
At least, my lord, this
With-
two seats maybe they can protect.
Sorry.
Registration, it's not.
This is registration. It is not a
Like
seat.
bar council, madam. Even in. bar
Yes,
council,
it's
we
very
have-
correct. It is only registration.
Yeah, only
And that has been, that can be done by the
I think we have given. enough time.
pharmacy, under the pharmacy act.
Mr. Buragoi, we have some more matters to take up, and also time is running out. Yeah, I heard Mr. A.C. Buragoi, the same council petition, also heard Mr. B. Gogoi, learned counsel for the Health Department of the Government of Assam. A communication dated 22/9/2023 of the Commission Secretary to the Government of Assam in the Medical Education and Research Department is assailed in this petition. By the said communication, the respondents intend to hold a screening test for practical training registration practice for students who have studied pharmacy courses in 3 categories as stated in the communication. According to Mr. A.C. Buragoi, learned senior counsel, the petitioners who belong to a category other than the 3 categories mentioned in the communication are also entitled to undergo such a training, practical training course. Mr. B. Gogoi, learned counsel for the responding health department, states that there is a policy
No, my specific instruction, I don't,
That-
I will have the instruction. Now. If there is a policy decision by day after tomorrow, I will start the copy. So that they can manage in the meantime.
bring it now.
Okay, tomorrow I can at least,
Tomorrow again, we don't have time.
may, my lord, in that case, my lord, the 5 minutes I can have the.
You ask.
Telephonic inspection.
Because our order will be in different direction depending whether there is policy or there is no policy.
Let me have the specific.
Yes,
instruction. I will
yes,
take
please.
on-
We are keeping it blank, a policy decision.
Right.
To confine the practical training to the 3 categories provided in the communication itself. If it is so, a copy of the policy decision may be made available to learn senior counsel for the petitioner for his examination and further submission. List on so and so for consideration for further hearing. First day.
Item 4.
And
if there is no policy, then what will you do?
Then my lord, my lord, affidavit immediately on the reopening or may consider it a my lord interim plan. That will be more appropriate, my lord. If it is, if there is a policy, I will bring it up.
On the other, in any view, respondents to file their affidavit before the next return date, further consideration would be made on so and so.
If there is no policy in that case, my statement will be wrong. So 5 minutes, I will inform you. That's how I will keep it. Other than the wrong statement.
Item 4.
Okay.
Mr. Saikia, Mintu Saikia. Yes, what is this matter?
May I please know? Lordship, this is a government school, Lordship, the respondent authority, that is the district elementary education.
No, what
officer
is
has
your
passed-
matter, Mr. Saikia? Interim impugn order 610 stay. Where is 610?
Lordship,
Page number 610, page number 25.
26, Lordship. 6 and NXIE page number 26. Prior to this order, Lordship, another order has been passed by this district elementary education officer, Lordship, whereby directed to the headmaster.
Where, which is your interim, your impugn order? Which order you want to stay?
Lordship, 6/10/2022.
That is at page 25.
Yes, Lord.
What is wrong with this order?
Lordship, prior to this order, Lordship, another.
No,
order
no,
has
school
been
is
passed.
located in the second edition of Orang National Park. They are asking you, you shift to a better location.
Lordship,
Do it.
within a mall, Lordship, two different order has been passed by this.
But how can we allow you to remain inside the park? Suppose tomorrow one rhino goes and kill one children there, who will be responsible?
Lordship, can you be perish the annexer A,
Mr.
Lordship, page
Saikia,
number 16, Lordship.
Nowadays,
verification report,
nowadays, the way you people are active, we are more restrained in passing our orders. Suppose we pass this, one children die because of, say, animal attack. School is located inside the national park. You will be the first one, High Court is responsible. The
Exactly,
High Court
but-
has passed this order, so
But,
therefore. it-
but your Lordship, the earlier, as
Sorry.
per the my complaints, the earlier order.
We cannot. You shift.
The spot verification report has already been done. In earlier order clearly mentioned that Lordship, annexer A, page number 16, can you be perish your Lordship?
Why should we go into all these facts? Somebody may have done it.
Lordship, subsequent order has been passed, Lordship.
Maybe. What right you have to remain? Is it inside the park, national park?
That instruction I have to take, my lord.
The respondents to provide the information as to whether the present location of the petitioner of the number 2 Kisamari LP school is located inside the second edition of Orang National Park. This one, what do you think?
Item 5.
Yes, Mr. Majumdar.
Your Lordship, at Nexus 7, I was granted medical leave, Your Lordship, page 34. Page 34. Now, after obtaining granting leave, I went for my treatment. Then I also.
So now, what is the difficulty?
Now
You have only 1 more minute.
Yeah, I will finish it in 1 minute, Your Lordship.
You finish, but
No.
what order will we pass? You will not get anything.
So while I was on granted leave, Your Lordship, behind my back, my leave was
Mr.
cancelled by tribunal order.
Majumdar, what is, why you
Page
have
54.
Page? What do you want by this petition?
Your Lordship, may kindly
Is to
see page
direct to release the salary of the petitioner for the month of September.
Your Lordship.
Yes. Sir. Why are you not paying the salary?
But his case is that the leave.
To
has
treat
been-
her leave period as earned leave.
Leave was earlier granted. Behind my back, it was cancelled while I was on leave.
You cannot do that.
That is,
The man may not have gone on leave.
that is his case.
Hmm.
That is his case.
Had you not granted leave, the person would not have gone.
But-
Thinking leave is granted, he went away.
Annexus 7, leave granted, page 34.
The heard Mr. R. Majumdar and also heard Mr. B. Kaushik and counsel for. Mr.
Okay.
Buragoy, please wait for Mr. Gogoi. I don't know what information he'll bring. Or he can go out and come back, no difficulty.
Elementary.
Elementary Education Department, Mr. Girin Pegu for
Respondent number 4.
respondent. Who is respondent number 4?
District Commissioner.
District Commissioner Kachar.
M5.
Authorities under the District Commissioner Kachar. The petitioner, page 34.
Page 34,
Yes,
leave
The,
granted.
the petitioner who is serving as
Head teacher of
head teacher of
110 number model LP. school.
110 number model 110 number Lokhipur model LP school
Look,
was granted medical leave with station permission for 15 days with effect from 18/9/2023 to 2/10/2023. As per the order of the Deputy Inspector of Schools dated 18/9/2023. Later on,
54,
It's
page
54.
without giving the petitioner an opportunity of hearing, the Deputy Inspector of School by the order dated 29/2023 is relieved from the post of head teacher with instruction to hand over the relevant records to the next senior-most teacher. Why did you relieve?
54, Your Lordship.
Page
Page
54.
54,
The period of leave that has been cancelled.
No,
page 54.
54.
54.
Later on, by the order dated the 29/2023, the earned leave granted to the petitioner was cancelled, but providing that the petitioner Gopade had approached the deputy inspector of school to cancel the earned leave. Petitioner disputes the say by stating that there is no approach by the petitioner to cancel the earned leave. In view of the above, the deputy inspector of school Silchar to give a hearing to the petitioner to produce all relevant material, and after considering the materials on record, to pass an appropriate order. The hearing be given. She wants the Durga Puja. They want the
Yes, Your
salary.
Lordship, salary, Your Lordship.
Instead, if I may propose, Lordship will stay the problem. The 20/09/2023.
State.
Annex 14.
Full stop. In view of the subpoena petitioner, the order date shall remain state, meaning thereby that the salary of the petitioner for the month of September shall be paid as division. A list on so and so for further consideration. In the meantime, respondents may file their response.
Much obliged.
Issue notice returnable on fixed date.
Much obliged.
Nice. Yes, Mr. Gogoi, what is that?
There is some cabinet decision, it has not been notified, so they want some time to verify on this.
Then what will I do?
Well, regarding this matter, Interim may be considered immediately on reopening on matter 6, there's a hearing there. We reported with matter.
B.
Instead of making
Gogoi
the-
states that. What do you record?
No, my prayer will be the.
Not prayer. What submission? What do you record?
My lord, I need some time so that I can file on it.
That is your requirement.
Yes.
Your submission. What do you record?
My lord, I will have
That's
the confirmation whether any cabinet decision is there or not in this particular. If it is there, I will put it in the form. Where I can put it.
কি লিখিলো আগৰ অৰ্ডাৰটো গোটেইখন বদলাব লাগে নেকি? Then suppose everything is over and this man, there is no decision, nothing, he is ousted. Training course, want to open a pharmacy, he'll be delayed by another 6 months.
No, it's not a training course. Yes, that for registration, he will have to apply.
It's a training course that
No. My lord, after training, after my lord passing the my lord diploma in my lord pharmacy, in order to get registered as a pharmacist. this
Yes,
exam-
Mhm. The exam would be conducted as a screening test for practical training.
Then my lord, day after tomorrow, my lord, any other bench available, I will have the inspection.
No, the order that your lordship has passed is all right. I am obliged to tell.
That mean that part, my lord, will be again.
তেতিয়াহ'লে হেৰিটো নালাগে দিব।
Or affidavit, lordship.
Heavy training course. The respondents to provide the information to the court as to why the category of the pharmacy course qualified candidates as that of the petitioners had been excluded from the communication dated 22/9/2023. Responses.
No, they are, my lord, this notification is for them only, my lord. Those who have passed from outside the state, they are supposed to appear in a PET examination.
Oh,
They are not excluded. That's why I'm saying, my lord, they will.
just a minute.
I am the
People who had passed out from outside, they are required to undergo this.
exam may be conducted as a so and so.
This is like a,
LLB after
it's
completion.
like a bridge course kind of a thing.
Yes, for registration and for practical training in Assam. Since they
Like
have-
my LLB pass students,
Yes,
they
so
are.
get
Then
ready.
you don't hold the exam for some time,
My lord, at least for,
at least till the next day. The কি কলো গোটেইটো পঢ়াচোন গোটেই কনফিউজন হৈছে না গোটেই read the whole thing because দুবাৰ তিনবাৰ বেলেগ বেলেগ কৰা হ'ল নহয় কনফিউজন থাকিব
it said in this petition,
Respondents intend to hold, known ke likha, हाँ? The respondents intend to hold an examination as a screening test for practical training, registration practice for students who have studied pharmacy courses in the 3 categories as mentioned in the communication. The petitioners submit that as per the law applicable to for the purpose, the qualification they have obtained do not require them to undergo a further screening test for practical training. The respondents to file their affidavit and inform the court as to why the communication dated 22/9/2023 was issued. Till the next returnable date, the communication be not given its effect. Response. If you hold exam for them, don't hold it. But if you want to hold for others, we don't want to.
Well, only
Sorry.
for the petitioner.
They don't want it, don't hold it. They'll not get
No, I'm not
registration.
allowed, my lord, this way.
They'll not get registration.
There is a enactment of the.
Mr. Gugoi, till we decide this petition, they are not going to get the registration.
Ultimately.
They will suffer. So let them have